gets the troops right to the line, and on the first down throw, goes down the middle, and it's a touchdown for Ryland Rodalonis. 13-0 lead on the board in the first quarter. Jackson again was got for fish, and this time the pass is on the money. St. John's prep.
Wow.
This one's good! And intercepted by Anthony Caruso. And here he goes. The quarterback is on the loose. Four-man rush. Throws across the body, looking for Peters. He's got him on the run. And look out. Inside the 10, the 5, touchdown Exeter. Blitz up the middle. This one intercepted. Picked off in the flat. It's Lynch. Snap, hold, kick, up, and good! He's got a first down and then some. He's got a burst to the right side. He's inside the 20, inside the 10. It's the Bolin. Great cut. He's going to turn on the Jets. Morrison again through the hole. Look out. On his first carry tonight, the junior Brooks Connors is gone. Well, hello everyone, and welcome here to Nashua. Nick Anastas, Steve Dales with you, getting set for our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Dales Insurance, a playoff game between two teams that call this stadium home, Bishop Guertin and Nashua North. The winner advances to next weekend's quarterfinal round, where Nashua South, another team that plays here at Stello Stadium, awaits the winner. Nashua North, under Coach Chad Zabolis, back after a one-year absence in the tournament, a 4-4 in-state record, 5-4 overall, good enough for the number 12 seed. Whereas Bishop Guertin, they feature one of the more high-powered offenses, Steve, statewide. Only 2 defeats for the Cardinals. They are the 5 seed and technically the home team this afternoon.
Bishop Guertin has been strong. I think that as far as my expectations coming in, they were going to be solid, Nick, but there's been some things that they've done offensively, to your point, this year that have exceeded my expectations. And the Bowen Rocco, the Bowen, and as well as other receivers on the docket as well have just created a great connection. I'd love to see them when they stay in that, Nick, and not necessarily deviate, because they can run out of it. They've shown they can run out of it as well. But I think the big thing this year that's really been different is the offensive and defensive lines for BG. If you recall, back in the Jamboree, I think we were both pretty impressed with the offense and defensive line we saw in the Jamboree. They were very, very solid, and they've proved out to be everything that and more throughout the year. However, Nashua North and BG, you got to throw all the picks and the advantages out the window and just understand this rivalry has unique connotations to it that just make these, to sort of neutralize it, because the passion and emotion in which they play each other has usually been pretty consistent throughout the years. I expect nothing less today. So looking forward to a good Saturday afternoon game. The weather is fabulous, a little breezy, but I don't think it's going to affect much today. We can talk about the keys later, but
yeah, we'll get to that.
Yep.
And some other stuff here before the kickoff at the top of the hour. We have the Bishop Guertin Marching Band down on the field here. I believe they're set to perform the national anthem. And also the color guard making its way onto the field with the coin toss, and then again the kick in about 6 minutes from now at 1 o'clock Eastern. This one is a rematch from back in early October, week number 5. That game tied at halftime, but a big second half for BG. Blew it open, 51-27. Was the final. All right, when we come back, captains at midfield, coin toss, national anthem, game time, tournament time here in the Gate City. Bishop Guertin and Nashua North. Coming up next, you are watching coverage of the 2025 NHIAA Football Division I preliminary round right here on Friday Night Lights, New Hampshire. We're broadcasting again in conjunction with the NFHS Network.
Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471 888-858-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com.
Maybe it's leaning too close to your home. Maybe it's not healthy. Or maybe you just don't like it there. No matter what the reason is, if you need tree work or pruning, call Accurate Tree Service. They have the right equipment and expertise to properly diagnose, treat, or remove trees, no matter how difficult the terrain. Perhaps simple, careful pruning by our certified arborist is all you need to manage your trees and shrubs. When it comes to your tree care, contact the full-service tree care experts today, Accurate Tree Service, because you only get one chance to take a tree down right.
Are you a quarterback who is ready to take your game to the next level? Well, then it's time to join TKQB Academy. Founded by former UNH standout Trevor Knight, TKQB Academy has worked with student athletes from around New England, helping young quarterbacks to reach their full potential. TKQB Academy offers one-on-one and group sessions that will help you instantly improve your accuracy, timing, mechanics, and footwork. So be the best QB you can be at TKQB Academy. Call 603-732-7194 or reach out on Instagram at TKQBA. How can you reach your team's fundraising goals at no risk and no cost? MG Sports offers a variety of products to make your team's fundraiser a success. Their products include discount tickets, cards, and calendar raffles to hundreds of local merchants throughout the New England area. Don't waste another season. Raise more funds than ever before and become another football program in New Hampshire that sets fundraising records every season. MG Sports, fundraising made easy. Visit mgsportsfundraising.com to start raising money for your team today.
Well, a great job there by the Bishop Guertin Marching Band. National anthem setting the stage here on a windy afternoon in November in Nashua. Nick Anastas along with Steve Beals. These two teams looking to extend their season here in the preliminary round. A win, they come back to this field next week to take on Nashua South. The fourth-seeded Purple Panthers advanced last night with a big win over Londonderry. Steve, your keys.
Keys to the game today are BG knowing that they're coming in here. No one can argue, Nick, that they're favored in this game, but they've got to play this game as if they're not, and they have to have that mindset already inside of them right now and don't lose it no matter what happens, because Nashua North is coming out here for bear. They don't care what their record is right now. They want their share of the tournament pie, so BG's got to be ready for that. Secondly, Bowen has got to have a good game against these guys. Got to start picking up the stuff. Go short if that's open. Go long. Go wide. Go center screen. Go center. Anything. They've got to find the open passing lanes for these guys. As far as Nashua North, Nick, they cannot turn over to BG and give it back to them. They need every possession here to be productive. And they've got to get the offensive line to be able to move this great defensive line, whether it's getting in low, getting off the ball. They've got to use cadence to their advantage. Here we go. We can talk more during the game.
Nate Bowen puts it in the air, and this one fielded by the North senior Dylan Noble. Goes up the middle and head over heels around the 40-yard line. An extra return by Noble, one of 18 seniors for Coach Chad Zabolis to work with. We spoke with the longtime head coach, Steve, Thursday night, and he called out a few of those seniors, said they didn't like the way things ended last year. They didn't make the tournament. They took the initiative in the offseason, hit the weight room hard, and that kind of enthusiasm was contagious. And the result, 5 wins in 9 games.
Unbelievable, Nick. Chad Jabolis, I sat there halfway through. If I was 45 years younger, I would love to play for the guy. He's just such a positive influence, knows football, come into here, taking over and just done a terrific job. And they're off. Hopefully, for their sake, they'll be off to a good start.
Took over for former head coach Dante Lorendi a few years back. Meanwhile, a wide receiver screen, Noble, across the 45, close to the first down stick at about the 47. Should set up a second down and 2 on the 8-yard gain.
Dante Verende, not only a great guy, a great coach, but he's also a great guy. Led his team to a championship. We were at that game, did it, Nick, and I was so thrilled for the whole program and for Dante in particular to lead his team to a championship.
Meanwhile, the quarterback is former Milford standout Brady O'Connor, and he is on his back.
That's not what you want right there.
Untouched there, the 6'4 senior Adam Paveglio with an unadulterated rush to the quarterback there. A loss of about 5, and now 3rd down and 8 on the way. And, Steve, you hit it. That defense, they've been aggressive all season, really at all 3 levels, and we see what looked like a blitz, I think, dialed up early.
Yeah, the offensive line of the North, Nick, Nashua North has to do a better job than that. It's the first play, they've got to make this defensive rushing attack has been fabulous for them all year. And let's see if they can get it back together, but that was a tough one there.
Just a 3-man front for the Cardinals on 3rd down and 8. O'Connor throws to his left, catch on the run, 1st down and then some. That's Jedwin Uvaris, able to get open. Uvaris, described by Coach Zabolis as kind of the spirit guy, the rah-rah guy, the emotional leader of the team, and makes a big play there on 3rd and 8.
Well, now you forget the first play, Nick, from scrimmage there. Now it's all moving forward. Good movement.
Gain of 17.
It looked to me, Nick, like the offensive line held their own and then some right there. So that's going to be the key that I'm watching is they've got to be able to move the football and keep the BG offense off the field. That was my second key.
Also going to take a little bit of the play clock down here before they hand off on a sweep to Noble, and he's met at the line of scrimmage.
What a hit by number 9.
That's Jonah Feliciano. He's been a big part of the program over the last several years. The senior has his first tackle of the afternoon at the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Dare say, Nick, what a great play what a great place to call a game from up in this. We were there last night in Salem. Fabulous place to call a game, and we have the joy to come here and see the field from this perspective, and very excited to see what the final 8 is going to be.
Yeah,
as we by the end of today. 2
games this afternoon. We'll keep an eye on Concord at Wyndham as well.
Nice blocking right there.
On the rollout, that one incomplete, just out of the grasp of Uvaris.
Yeah, had a nice extension of the play right there. Rolled out very, very well. Thought that was a catchable ball, but when you look at it the second time, it would have been an unbelievable catch if he was able to do it. So
we mentioned O'Connor. That's his first incompletion, by the way. Came over from Milford. Used to be a Spartan and has played well. 11 touchdown passes during the regular season. Trying to keep things moving here on 3rd down and 10. Titans already 1 for 1 on 3rd down. Just over 2 minutes into this first quarter. Opening drive for the Titans.
He's spreading them out right now. Got a little bit of an offset running back situation there. It's almost off the edge like a slot. We'll see what happens.
O'Connor,
nice move.
Over the middle and incomplete. A little behind the intended target. Good coverage there by Alex Dolan, the senior for the Cardinals. So 4th down, Coach Zabolis with a decision here. 4th and 10 from the Cardinal 42.
Really like that step up and side step, Nick. That was well done by O'Connor. He looks good there. He's just got to get his passes crisp. Might have get a few under your belt there, and as long as they're not intercepted, just gradually work it. Got to get the timing routes in order there.
Trying to find the senior on that play, Josh Sullivan. So a punt is the decision here by Coach Zabolis.
Yeah, really.
The dangerous Rocco Roy is back inside the 7-yard line. This one kicked down the middle. Roy's going to play it off the bounce. To his right, little shake and bake at the 10. Steps through a tackler before he's driven down at about the 14-yard line.
I'll give you that number, Nick, in a second. He looked good. He's going to go in the crowd. No, I still got him. What a great open field tackle. Looked like number 13 there, Nick, from Nashua North. What a great tackle.
That's Caleb Smith, the senior.
Nice job, Caleb.
So, first possession for Bishop Guertin, and they feature two of the best in the business. Both juniors, Nathan Bowen and the aforementioned Rocco Roy. They are 2 of the 10 semifinalists for the UKICA Player of the Year award. Meanwhile, on first down, it's a run right side, and that's a first down.
Yeah, good up front blocking right there.
No problem for Hudson Schmidt on a gain of 12.
Yeah, take a look at the blocking up front here. They just completely win the line of scrimmage. That's what we're talking about with the key, Nick. If they're going to have an opportunity in this game, unless there's like a bunch of turnovers or something like that, they've got to stand up. I don't think we have maybe next time we'll get that.
1st and 10. Cardinals, they're known for that up-tempo offense as well. Blink and you miss it. They get right to the line of scrimmage here. The 4 receiver set.
No, nice pass.
Out in the flat, it's Dolan. He's got a block. He spins across the 40 before he tumbles down at about the 45-yard line. Another big pickup there of 16 through the air. First grab for Dolan.
It's a well-designed play right there.
First completion for Nathan Bowen. 2-year starter, a junior, and again, another kid on that UKICA watch list. UKICA semifinalist. 4-man front. Titans going to blitz. They rush 5. Bowen throws right side. Roy dropped it. Had his hands on it initially, but couldn't quite bring it into the body. That ball on the ground, incomplete. And now a 2nd down and 10.
Well, it looked like Yandel, Velasquez made a nice hand grab there. He just kind of got inside of his arm and his lower elbow there and was able to shake it loose. So that's a good play. Good defensive play by him.
2nd down and 10. Bowen, a quick word. Schmidt steps behind him.
Bowen having no problem getting time to throw, Nick. He's offensive line blocking very well for him.
Fake the handoff. They keep it with Bowen. Left side run across midfield. First down inside the 40, 35. Wrapped up at the 30. Spun down at about the 28-yard line. Another big gain on a big run. That one 27 yards on the QB keeper.
Well, you're just going to see a kick-out block here. Watch it if we can slow this down. You can't see it there. You have to see it from up top, but that's still a good view right there. And Bowen is just a lethal runner, Nick. He understands where the proper lane is.
Sullivan with the tackle out of the secondary. Another run play. But this one
nice
snuffed out in the hole.
Play. 77.
Yep. It's Sebastian Simino up front, the junior defensive tackle. Nowhere to go for Sam Fayad, the senior.
Yep.
On his first touch.
Nice play up front there. A lot of drives on defense. Defense depend on how you handle the red zone, Nick. So they got 1 down. They got 2 more to go.
And now a bit of a delay at the line of scrimmage as Bowen may have changed the play here. 2nd down and 9.
Yep.
Takes the snap, the junior, hands off left side, and Logan Curran is going to keep fighting inside the 15, down to the 10.
What a run.
Second effort there for the junior Logan Curran. Makes all the difference in the world. He's down inside the 10-yard line. They're going to spot it at the 8 after a gain of 19, or 18, I suppose, on the ground there. Breaks 2 tackles in the process. And BG playing some power football here on the opening drive.
Yeah.
5 minutes in, looking to cash in. Right back at the line of scrimmage. Football at the 8-yard line.
This just shows, Nick, they can run the ball out of these sets.
They're going to throw here over the middle, and it's incomplete. Trying to find the senior Aaron Shimalecki. A little bit of contact there. Some of the Cardinal fans wanted a flag. Not going to get it. 2nd down and goal.
So the whole booth up here got faked out by flags that were yellow leaves. I thought the same thing, and our friends next door to us thought the same. So you know what? 2 younger eyes are generally better than 4 old eyes. That's for sure.
2nd down and goal. Again, Bowen checking the line of scrimmage. 4 for the Titans. And they're going to blitz up the middle. Quick throw, left side catch. Fayed inside the 5 and inside the end zone for an 8-yard touchdown.
It's an impressive drive, Dick.
It sure was. It's Bowen to Fayed, and it's 6-0 Bishop Guertin.
No question about this drive. What I really like, Nick, is they never went into that running formation. I love that running formation, but when they can run out of this set, Nick, it makes it lethal to defend, because what happens is you got the defensive backs have to honor it. Opens up all kinds of space for Bowen and his running crew and that offensive line to get on blocks, and you saw it right there. This is why this team's record is what it is.
Now Bowen's kick is up and good.
That's impressive drive.
7-0 Cardinals. As they took that one just over 80 yards. And, well, not too lengthy of a time there. They got the football back. Well, I guess a 2.5-minute drive there, if my math is right.
240, 250 maybe. Pretty impressive.
Just over 5 minutes gone by. Each team has touched it once. There's Coach Zabolas trying to lobby the official.
Yep.
And again, the Titans back in the playoffs after a 1-year absence. Kind of a tough year last year. This is a program very proud, Steve, as we know. State championships in 2020 under Coach Lorendi, and widely considered a playoff contender year in and year out. So when they missed the tournament last year, some of those seniors took it personally, got in the weight room, and now they're back in the playoffs. Yeah,
I mean, we've seen this with both Nashua programs, Nashua South and North, just a model for how you transfer down to another coach that was built into the system, and it just creates a continuum so everything doesn't start over. There's knowledge and appreciation for the coaches already. Just been well done, and Chad is certainly doing a great job.
On the short kick, good return left side. This is the quarterback, O'Connor. Quarterback / return man, and he's up to the 44-yard line. So good starting field position for Nashua North. All right, I may have misspoke there. That was Jedwin Uveris. That makes a little more sense as we get a look at the replay. Uveris, a couple of blocks up front and a good return. So, Titans able to pick up a first down during their first drive, but came away empty. Ultimately had to punt. We'll hope for a better success here on drive number 2, trailing 7-0 Bishop Guertin. He went through the air to score it with Sam Faid receiving an 8-yard touchdown. On first down, quick throw, right side. Yep. Good catch there by Noble across midfield. And close to the first down after a gain of 9.
Well, the key here, Nick, is to sustain it. You got to sustain these drives. You're not going to beat BG today if you're going to just go one first down, maybe 2 first downs, and then punt it away. It's just not going to work. Now you're down 0-7. This drive is really going to make that uphill battle a lot easier to navigate if they can get into the end zone here.
O'Connor, 3 completions.
Taking plenty of time, doesn't hurt either.
Handoff. Uveris, left side, going to bounce it. It's got the first. Splits defenders at the 40. Where he's taken out from behind at about the 36-yard line. Gain of 9 on the ground there.
O-line doing a good job there, Nick. That's kind of what you were hoping to see if you're a Nashua North fan. Maybe we'll take a look at it again here. You just got some good, they're going to go a high tempo here, so I don't think we have time. Oh, here we go. Yeah, hatting up pretty good there. Good outside blocking. Impressive.
Tackle ultimately made by Jackson Humphrey, the sophomore. Meanwhile, the first down and 10, O'Connor going to look over at Coach Zabolas. Meanwhile, Coach Nalen, he's on the home sideline watching this 3-man front. Maybe dialing up a blitz here. Deep throw, one-on-one, near side, and incomplete. Trying to hook up again with the senior split end, Josh Sullivan. Incomplete from O'Connor, 2nd and 10.
Well, last night and tonight, what we've seen, Nick, is let them play now. They let them play there. That was a lot of contact there. You're going to see going down the field. And get very active there. Kind of once he had him beat, he was looking for separation, but, he kept his hands off him. And therefore, no call. I think they did a good job there, keeping the flag in the pocket.
That was Alex Dolan in coverage.
Yep. 2nd
down and 10, the football at the BG 36-yard line. Titans on their second drive. They were able to get into BG territory, but the drive stalled, had to punt. Handoff up the middle. Uveris hit at the second level. You're right, it's Fabiano, or rather Feliciano, with his second stop.
Boy, he brings it. Look at this. Watch this. Bang, right there. That's good form tackling. Hips are square. Head up, shoulders down, and he just goes into that tackle. And once he made impact, there wasn't 1 inch that was gained after that. But nevertheless, a good hole put together by Nashua North offensive line there for him to get through and got some yardage out of it. So big play here, probably 4-down territory.
3rd and 7. Titans 1 for 2 so far on 3rd down. Just inside of 5 minutes to go, first quarter. O'Connor under pressure, throws it near side, and that ball is caught along the sideline. Reception at about the 31-yard line. That's a heck of a grab. Pretty good coverage, but better concentration by the receiver, Jaden Bolu. Was able to hang on despite some pretty good contact.
Nice job dragging his toes along the green turf there, Nick, to make sure the referees get a clear view. Only got about a yard, but we knew it was 4-down territory anyway. So here we go. This is a big play in the game. They're able to maintain possession here. That's going to be a big thing to keep that potent BG offense off the field.
On 4th down. Cardinals again showing blitz, and now maybe an audible from the Titan sideline.
Yep.
So Connor again looking over his left shoulder. We move toward the 4-minute mark, first quarter. Cardinals hoping to get off the field here on a 4th down. They will blitz. O'Connor looks, throws up in the air, and incomplete.
Good effort, but just too much of a lead there, Nick.
A diving attempt by the receiver, Noble, but can't get there. Schmidt on the coverage, and the Cardinals force a turnover on downs.
Little surprised they went downtown there. I thought they'd be looking for something more underneath to get past the sticks, something with a little more high percentage. I mean, you got 3:55 left right now. These are critical times in the first quarter. I know it runs into the second, but you want to play one quarter at a time, and really surprised they didn't do something a little more high percentage. He certainly has the arm, and he's got the receiving core. And for the most part, they're giving him times on quick passes.
Right. On 1st and 10, Cardinals, they're going to go deep. Down the middle.
Oh, great
and
effort.
Just out of the outstretched arms of Alex Dolan. The wind may have given that one a bit of a ride. The wind has been a factor here in this first
You
quarter.
aren't kidding. It's been a factor in the press box with just the window open here.
We got to look at that deep ball there.
Yeah, he gave it everything he had. He was completely out. No alligator arms there. Nice effort.
2nd and 10. They got trips left. They're going to fake to Schmidt, keep it with Bowen. Breaks a tackle, springs to his right, turns upfield at the 35, hit around the waist at the 37, still fighting. Legs churning out to the 39 before it's all said and done. There is a flag.
Yeah.
Back at the line of scrimmage.
Boy, the flag came in late. You wonder what that is, a hands to the face, a face mask, you don't know. Could be holding. But one of the things I like there is he continued to string that run out until he found first daylight, and he ran right inside, and he did a great job keeping his feet to, moving and small steps to grab and to force the defender back. And he's a smart runner. I like the way he ran that ball, and he used his line properly, and he found a crease.
If that play stands, it's a gain of 8. But again, the officials still chatting amongst themselves. Our referee tonight is the veteran Jason Patch, and it's a personal foul against the Cardinals.
Well, that is a big play right there for Nashua North, Nick. There's still 3:39 left with the clock stopped. That's a tough one because for BG. Because you're losing field position and there's still plenty of time. If North can force a punt here, they're going to be able to potentially get another bid here.
2nd and a mile. First down stick is all the way at the BG 42.
But the BG offense hasn't really cared much about down and distance. They've been able to string some big plays together all year long.
They lead 7-0 here. Coming up on the 3-minute mark, first quarter. Bowen analyzing here. Using a lot of the play clock.
Look for an inside cut. Nope.
Got a clean pocket. Goes left side, and it's incomplete. Yep. Sailed on him a bit, trying to find Dolan.
Yeah, it looked a little rattled on the defense, on the coverage, Nick. Seems to me like they did a pretty good job here. You're going to look downfield. There's nothing really there. I'm really surprised that the wide receiver on the right side wasn't cutting across midfield. The safety retreated over to where the bunch was, and that whole center field was open. I'm really surprised that wasn't in the design of the play. Bowen seemed a little baffled there on what to do with it. There was no real room for him to run, so good defense put together here.
3rd down and 25. Cardinals will stay in the pistol. Schmidt is the back. And again, a 4-man front for the Titans. Bowen takes the snap, fakes the handoff. Tucks and runs, zigzags up the middle across the 20. Keeps his balance at the 25 before he goes down at about the 28-yard line. They get some of that yardage back, but it's still fourth and 14 coming up.
Yeah, I mean, that's just good defense right there. They were going to give that all along, Nick. They were protecting the long ball. And if you're going to run it, you want it in Bowen's hands, no doubt about it. He's a slippery runner, but that's just a long way to go for a first down. So let's give Nashua North a lot of credit on those 3 plays of defense, Nick. They look like they've closed the gap. They've making some adjustments here, and it's doing them well.
There's a line drive punt, no return. It's going to roll to the far sideline before it's down at about the 32-yard line.
3 timeouts left for North, Nick, with 2:25 left. I think, Coach.
Still the first quarter.
No, I really, Nick, I think about quarters. I said that earlier. I'm looking at what you can do in the quarter. I understand what you're saying, but, yeah, you're right.
Well, the Titans, again, they get the stop they want. They get the football back. They've been able to move the football through their first 2 drives, but no points to show.
Yeah, but bottom line is here, this is a big time in the game for them to be. They survived it through the good defense. This is an opportunity for them to tie this score up.
Got a wing back to the left side, 2 receivers right. They hand to the back. It's, again, Yavaris. And he's lucky to get back right to the 32-yard line. As there were 4, maybe 5 Cardinals on that far side edge. Dylan Cabrera was one of them, the 260-pound sophomore.
Well, folks, talk about quarters mattering. A game we did last night in Salem with Portsmouth, folks. Check out our YouTube channel. Watch that game. It's one of the best high school football games on the preliminary rounds that I've ever remembered since we've been doing them.
Yeah, we had five different ties last night.
Unreal.
It was never a bigger lead than 7. It was real back-and-forth stuff, good stuff, Portsmouth and Salem. And as Steve said, check that out on our YouTube channel. Meanwhile, O'Connor on 2nd and 10, flings it left side.
Nice
That's
pass.
a good pickup of 5.
Yep. If you could be inside of 5 yards on 3rd down, Nick, you obviously want to get it receive the first down on 3rd down. But, if you're inside of 5, there's a lot of plays in the book.
First catch for the senior, Lyric Perez.
Well, let's see if they go long again, Nick, because I think that may have hurt them on that on the last time. My guess is they're going to put something around the stick, within the stick area. Go high percentage, send it somebody deep, and then turn around, come back. You just want to move the football and stop.
Cardinals just 1 for 3 on 3rd down.
Yeah.
Final minute, first quarter. BG hoping to force a 3 and out. The Titans are looking for the 42-yard line. O'Connor pump fake. Going to scramble up the middle. He's hit at the 35, and he's dropped right there. But again, a flag comes in late.
What is that, I wonder? I don't know if it's holding, trying to protect the quarterback, or there's a personal foul.
Tackled by Matthew Goldstein, the senior, but hang on.
They're talking right now. It looks to me like they're going to call it on BG, if I had to guess, Nick. He was pointing over at BG. Now they're facing the other way, so looks like it may be against North. Who knows here?
Again, the referee, Jason Patch.
Yeah, they're working it out. No, it's going to be against BG like I originally thought.
And that's going to mean a first down.
And it's still going to be 5 yards, first down, move the sticks, do it any way you can.
So let's get one more look at it.
You're going to see it right here.
And again, the flag I thought was thrown late.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, there was no, I didn't see a hand signal from the official either. Goldstein on the tackle. The penalty is the second against Bishop Guertin. And again, a first down for the Titans at their own 42-yard line. They keep it with O'Connor, and he goes straight ahead, met by Chimalecki in the hole.
O'Connor runs hard, but one thing that BG's doing, if you notice, Nick, on 1st and 2nd down is they're not giving a lot. And as a result, it's, the 3rd downs that they get are 3rd and 5 has been the closest that I've seen. And fortunately for them last time, they got a penalty to get it to them. But they got to sustain an offense here.
Yeah. End of the first quarter. 7-0. Bishop Guertin. Titans looking for a response when we come back. You are watching our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week presented by Beals Insurance.
Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com.
Well, it's a windy day here in the Gate City. Temperature in the upper 50s, but again, that breeze biting a bit. All part of the elements and all expected here in the month of November in southern New Hampshire. Nick Anastas along with Steve Beals. Preliminary round action here in Division One. The winner, well, they're going to take on Nashua South in next weekend's quarterfinals.
Oh, nice play.
Yeah, he's got Yavaris, and Yavaris first down and then some up the sideline and down to the Cardinal 30.
Well, Nick, this is what I was been trying to say. Offensively, go for these out patterns and short passes and screens, and if the cornerbacks start like releasing, fake it, stretch in the field, and then come back. I mean, this young man can throw the football. He's a pretty good manager here. I'm impressed.
Connor, 6 completions so far in just over a quarter of action.
And I think the offensive line overall has done a pretty good job here, giving him some protection, especially in the last 2 possessions. So
the Titans' first 2 drives ended in punts.
There you go. That's it.
And that one contested but caught along the sideline. That's a good grab.
This is what we're talking about here. They're doing that's the offense that BG's giving you defensively. If that's what they give you, then take it, force them up. That also opens up the run game, because at that point the linebackers have to start getting involved on the outside. That opens up space as well.
7-yard pickup for Josh Sullivan on his first catch.
This is a nice drive. This is what this young man can manage here as a quarterback, Nick. He's doing a good job on these the last 3 or 4 plays.
O'Connor, just a junior, and again a former transfer from Milford. Quick throw and incomplete. Noble sprayed out for that one, but couldn't reel it in. Now a third down on the way here. Looks like 3rd and 3.5.
Those are the ones you review later on. Oh, if we only had that had a first down here, keep the ball going, but keep the drive going. But one of the things you got to do here, Nick, is he might have been better off tucking and run. There was nobody anywhere near him. They were all tied down, the receivers. There was a lot of room for him to run. Grab what's there. It was 3rd down. I think he could have easily got on a blustery day, if the run is there, take it.
Kobe Perry is the senior running back in the pistol here. Wing back to the right. And 3 receivers for O'Connor on 3rd down and 3. Bishop Guertin with 4 down linemen. And again, O'Connor in no hurry, as he may have just changed the play again, looking over at Coach Zabolis. Handoff. Trying to bounce left side, and it's Perry for a first down inside the 15 when it's said and done, before he finally met by Jackson Humphrey. That's his team-high 3rd tackle, but Perry on his first carry going to move the sticks for Nashua North.
Like the call. And, Nick, I think a lot of that is opened up by these short passing plays that they've had, forcing the defense to go wide on them, and they have to honor it, and that just opens up the off tackle there. They're trying to get a pass rush, and this is a much better play-calling drive for Nashua North than the previous 2.
Rollout. O'Connor being chased by Feliciano, throws it out of bounds.
Yeah, what a smart kid. That's what you do right there. Every quarterback, watch what he just did. There was nothing there. He was getting strung out. The defender was chasing him down. And what does he do? He throws it out of bounds on 1st down. Now he's right back where he was in line of scrimmage and start over. That is smart football right there from this young man.
2nd down and 10.
He's doing a good job, Nick, at quarterback. When they give him, the right play selection there, he is executing. And what I really like is when a quarterback doesn't do what he can't and protects his football team.
He's got 4 receivers here, 3 to the strong side right. Uveris to his left. Now Uveris going to back up a bit. behind O'Connor here as the QB takes the snap. Takes the handoff, runs to his left, trying to tiptoe down to the 10. It won't quite get there. Tackle by Rocco Roy.
We talked about a lot of this last night, Nick. Don't dance, cut up field. The defender's got it. He has his outside part of his hips. If he's got your outside, then you cut inside. Make him work against the grain. Right there, he needs to turn right into the belly of the play instead of trying to string it out. He was overcoming the outside. Turn it upfield, grab those yards. Every yard counts.
Got about 3 to set up a 3rd down and 7. And again, all eyes on that far sideline. Coach Zabolis, he said the only difference between playing today and playing in their home games is that he's on that far sideline. Same locker room, same routine here. So, again, technically they're the visitor, but certainly a familiar environment for Coach Zabolis. He's got his team facing a 3rd down and 7. Noble in motion to the near side. O'Connor against a 4-man rush. In trouble, and down he goes.
He fumbled it.
Chimalecki and Bishop Kearns in there on the sack for BG. 4th down coming up.
Well, that's just there was just nothing there, Nick. And
Feliciano starting to put together a big first half. 4 tackles for BG, a team high. You got the half sack there. And now Nashua North looking to add 3 points here. A field goal attempt on the way with what looks like it's going to be a 35-yard attempt. This is Marco Raposo, the junior. The kick has the distance.
Nice job. No good?
And it's no good.
Wow. It's hard to tell from here, Nick. I thought that was through.
It floats left. So, pretty good drive where North is able to move the football into the Cardinal red zone, but they miss a field goal and it stays 7-0.
Really, I think, Nick, when they get down the red zone, I think the key is you've got to make better choices. You're getting in the red zone there. O'Connell had a real good opportunity to get the 1st down earlier, Nick. They finally did get it, but it's just the short stuff is open. All of a sudden they tend to kind of ring things out, looking deep into the end zone they're just not there. BG's athletically has just got the coverage on those. You got to go underneath here, continue to get inside the 5-yard line.
So the Cardinals take over 1st and 10. It's drive number 3, and they go back to the ground. I believe that's the freshman Will Adams on his first carry over the 25 to the 27 for a gain of 7.
Yep.
Adams has been a big part of that backfield, but hasn't touched the ball until right now.
Yeah, offensive line did a good job there. The left guard opened up a nice hole for him. Nice kick-out block.
Tackle by Velasquez, his second. Second down up the middle. This time it's Logan Curran, and he has a Bishop Guertin 1st down at the 32-yard line.
I believe right now Coach Nealon believes that his offensive line in this running set cannot be stopped. And if he's right, it's going to be a long time-sucking drive down the field. And
3 minutes in, 2nd quarter. Cardinals scored a touchdown on their opening drive. Second possession got derailed by a penalty. Had to punt deep out of their own end. But looking good here on drive number 3 with a 1st down. But hang on. Here's a tackle in the backfield. And that is David Terrio Logo. Junior nose tackle. Sweeps his way into the backfield. Tackle there, a loss of 3.
So far, Nick, the last 2 sets, the defense has done a really good job for North. They're keeping them in this game right now. The offense is improving as well, but when they get inside the red zone, Nick, they've got to get a little bit more creative, and they will. They're moving the ball down the field better, but the defense has really stood up so far, other than that first drive.
2nd down and 13. Bowen in trouble and brought down.
Terrific.
Sacked by Denzel Delgado, one of those senior leaders. Came off the edge and made the play. So back-to-back, tackles for a loss here, and it's 3rd and a mile.
Every single defender manned up here, Nick. They're holding the edge. He wanted to go outside. They got number 71 rolling outside, and that's what created the containment. He had nowhere to go. Look at the containment defensively on this play. It's all by design, and did a great job there. This defense is really starting to step up, Nick, as I was saying earlier. They're getting it done.
3rd down and 20. Titans will rush for Bowen. Quick release, nearly intercepted.
Wow. He wants that back.
Almost picked off in the flat by Dionis de la Cruz. The junior linebacker wishes he could have that one back. Instead, 4th and 20 facing Bishop Guertin.
How about this Nashua North defense, Nick? Stepping up big time. And it all starts with good, solid technical play on the defensive line. They're getting a pass rush, and they're doing it in a way where they're controlling the edge here on the outside. Bowen's got nowhere to go.
Meanwhile, it's Noble back deep. He's going to watch this one angle down the sideline. It takes a BG roll all the way inside the Titan 20 before it's down at the 18-yard line. Steve, that's a 62-yard punt with no return.
Yeah, there's no question about it, Nick. That is a huge field position change right there, other than what was expected and anticipated. Little surprised they didn't have 2 receivers back there, Nick, on a windy day like this, because you can always use one as a lead blocker, whoever it goes to. But
meanwhile, again, our graphics with the clock are a little off here. It says 12 minutes on the screen. Obviously, that's not right. We're about 5 minutes into this second quarter here, approaching the midway point.
Yeah, I don't.
Titans, of course, they got the football first. They have the football now as they begin the drive at their own 18-yard line.
7:08, I believe.
All right, 2 receivers each side. Another series for O'Connor, the quarterback. Takes the snap. Going to run to his right and not get much as Bishop Kearns is there. Coach Zabolis warned us, said, hey, we have to block Kearns up front. We didn't do that during the regular season meeting. He and Goldstein have been good in the trench for Bishop Guertin in this first half.
Yeah, you want to hear a smart coach. They had Chad Zabolis on Thursday night, Nick. And as we were saying earlier, just a fun guy to be around, knows his game, but you can see why the players are dialed in and buying in with this man, because he's got a lot of charisma and he's very positive.
O'Connor on 2nd and 8. To get rid of it does. Uvaris to catch in the flat, trying to stay upright, and he does. Spins out of a double team before he goes out of bounds across the 25 at the 26. That's a great run after the catch, and it sets up a 3rd down and 2 for North.
As I've been saying, Nick, this is what BG's giving you. They're retreating back. They're going into deep coverage. They're doing a great job covering every single deep receiver, anything beyond 10 yards, but they're leaving that opening every single time. And you've got to go after that, Nick, and force them to start screwing down a little bit. Then your long passing game will come through. But
3rd and 2.
See if they can keep on running plays like that and just eating away 5, 6, 7 yards at a time.
Quick throw. No. Pump fake. Now a throw along the sideline, and that one is caught. A leaping catch by Sullivan.
I think they're going to give it to the receiver, Nick. They're in a little bit of a tussle there for possession.
Definitely the receiver. He's the one who had it first.
Yeah.
He secures it with 2 hands on the way to the ground, and that's a big 3rd down conversion for a first down.
What I'm saying, Nick, is that once he went down, the defender wrestled the ball a game. That's why they're going to give it to the offense.
Right.
As you said, he came down with it. It's his possession. Interesting play that time. Do a little bit of a pump on a short pass, and then they go long. Not bad. I mean, that's better than just trying to keep thinking that it's going to be long. You got to do something.
Sorry, Steve. That's Nashua North's longest play of this first half, a 22-yard.
But you don't have to go long with these guys. You just got to go underneath, because that's what BG's deciding to give defensively. Let's see what Mr. O'Connell can do from here. He's doing a good job.
Just past the midway point here, second quarter. 1st down and 10. They fake to Noble. O'Connor rolls out, looking, and finally is tracked down by Goldstein.
Yeah, if there's one mistake that he's making right now is he's not tucking it and running early. He did it down here, and it cost him a 1st down. He did it again there. He had real estate early on. If it's not open, don't wait for some broken play. You just got to tuck it and run there. And I think they'll work with him on that. He's a smart quarterback. He's got his hands on his hips right now. I think he knows it. He's a little frustrated about it. But he's got to tuck it and run. He's a good runner, too, Nick. He can get yardage.
That one technically a sack for Goldstein, who's been busy in this first half for BG. It's a loss of 3. And a 2nd down and 13 on the way. Cardinals with a 7-0 lead. Low-scoring affair here with less than 5 minutes to play until halftime. Bishop Guertin got on the board midway through the first quarter. Nate Bowen to Sam Faid, an 8-yard touchdown pass. Meanwhile, O'Connor under pressure from Faid goes deep, and Noble has it.
Pass.
Catch made inside the 25. He's tackled by the man in coverage, the sophomore Jackson Humphrey, but not before another big play for Nashua North, a gain of 28 in the first down.
Well, that's just a great pass route right there. He believed in his quarterback, and he said, I've got a job to do, and that's to get separation no matter how deep it is on the route. He ran full speed. He never slowed down. You'll see it on the replay. And O'Connell threw him a strike.
Yeah. O'Connell's looked good here.
He has. Just tuck it and run if it's not there. If he does that, boy, it's going to open up the offense now. Nice play right there.
There's his 11th completion from O'Connor. Noble on the wide receiver screen ends up inside the 15. Tack on 8 more.
He's gaining confidence, Nick, as we go. Making mistakes along the way, but gaining confidence and improving as the game goes on. And that's not going to bode well for BG if he continues to do that, because the North defense is playing Trump, right alongside. It's even-Steven defensively. And right now, North, I would say, is, I don't want to say exceeding expectations, but they're living up to those high expectations that they came into this game with.
Looking for a technical upset here as the 12 seed against the 5. No road team has won in this preliminary round just yet. We'll get a halftime update between Concord and Wyndham.
Nice move.
That is a great move. It's Noble, made a man miss. He's got a first down. He's tackled inbounds down around the 4-yard line.
That's a smart offense, Nick. You always give them, I'll say it one more time, you give what you take what the defense gives you. And that's what they're doing right now. And O'Connell's doing a terrific job at the short game. They're getting their athletes out in space, and they're not trying to go downtown. And what this is going to do is open up downtown, because everybody's got to come up and face the music
12
defensively.
Completions now for O'Connor. That one good. 18, and it's first and goal. Down to 3 minutes here. Nashua North.
Game's getting fun.
They've won the time of possession battle, I would say, so far in this first half, but they're going to talk about it here as we have a timeout with just inside of 3 minutes remaining. Our broadcast brought to you by Beals Insurance, locations in Bedford, Londonderry, and Epping. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Visit BealsInsurance.com. Also by MG Sports Fundraising. That's fundraising made easy. MG Sports Fundraising is the official fundraising partner of Friday Night Lights New Hampshire. Visit mgsportsfundraising.com. Start raising money for your team today. By TK QB Academy. Be the best QB that you can be. Call Trevor Knight at 603-732-7194 or reach out on Instagram at TKQBA. By Accurate Tree Service, because you only get one chance to take a tree down right. For a free estimate, log on to accuratetree.com. And finally, by Jewett Construction, another proud sponsor of their trade scholarship program. Come join us to build something great and find out more about that scholarship opportunity at JewettConstruction.com. Nick Anastas, Steve Beals with you. BG a 7-0 lead. Nashua North looking to tie the game before halftime. And right now, Coach Zabolis has got all kinds of options here on a first and goal from the 4-yard line.
Well, they are listening to upstairs. Upstairs is giving good advice now, because if you watch this whole offensive drive, they just continue to just run plays. Oh, I like this one, too.
This is the second quarterback in the game, and it's on a draw.
Yep.
Not going to get much. Stopped somewhere inside the 3-yard line to set up a second and goal.
You used the right phrase there, Nick. This is a setup play. It's designed to force the linebackers inside, understanding they got to cover that area, and then watch off tackle here. Let's see if they can get an edge block to the inside, and because my guess is that's what's going to happen. They're going to do something here outside the tackles.
That's the senior quarterback, Harrison Joshi. He's actually a transfer from Nashua South, and it's his first carry of the afternoon. They're going to stick with Joshi. They give it to him, direct snap, and he's going to waltz his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Nashua North, as they finally get some points after an impressive drive, and they're only a point away from tying this game at 7.
Well, eventually, Nick, it have to cash in points. They've been down in the red zone at least 2. I think this may be the third time they're inside the 30, and if I'm not mistaken, and they finally cash in. That feels good. But the defense, let's not lose sight. The defense has stopped BG 3 times as well. Actually, it might be 4. This might have been 5 BG possessions here at this point in the first half.
No, only 3.
Only 3.
Yeah.
They only had 3 possessions?
Yeah.
Well, they stopped them 2 out of 3, and that's what's helping them in the game.
Right. Here's the kick, up and good.
Wow.
And it's 7-7. It's Marco Raposo able to come through. North had the ball first. Ended up punting.
Yep.
BG put together a scoring drive of over 3 minutes. Bowen to Faid, the 8-yard pass.
I have 4.
And you might be right on the 4.
I have 4.
They had the tough personal foul penalty, set up 3rd and a mile. Same thing the next drive, faced a 3rd and 20.
1 touchdown, 3 stops. That's what I have. Am I wrong in that, Nick?
I thought it was 2, but maybe not.
All right.
Because North got the ball first.
Let's say you're right.
I'm pretty sure I am.
Let's say you're right.
North had the ball first. That was their 4th drive.
Yep. Okay.
So BG, by default, has only touched it 3 times.
Seemed like more. It was standing that. This defense for Nashua North undisputably has kept them in this game.
Right.
And this is tied because the offense is starting. And let's just give O'Connell so much credit, Nick. Things are kind of – they were asking him to do things in the beginning to me that just weren't there out on the offensive side of the field. He was trying. If there's only one fault he has, when those tucks and runs are there, take them and go for it because he's a good runner. That's just going to make him like he just scored in the touchdown right there.
O'Connor, he's got 12 completions in this first half. Meanwhile, Bishop Guertin has Jake Bowen, the freshman, running wild here on the return. The youngster up along the sideline and out of bounds somewhere in the area of the 35-yard line. So 2:12 to go here, Steve. BG with 2 timeouts to work with.
One of the things you look at across the league, Nick, while we have a quick opportunity and a break here, that is just really relevant out there, these preliminary games traditionally in the past have been, a lot of them have been blowouts, and we're just not seeing that.
Right.
And this is the sort of parity that you just dream of having this far because it just makes so many football games. And we got a half almost done here. It's 7-7 right now with 2:12 to go. Let's see what Mr. Bowen and the BG group can do.
They go to Schmidt, and he goes up the middle over the 35, leans up to about the 37, not much there. A gain of 3. That'll trigger the clock for the moment. Now we do have a timeout, and I think Coach Nalen's going to use his second here to stop things with 2:01 to go.
Yeah, it's a good timeout. Got to keep the time on the clock early to see where you down, what happens on your downs and your distance situations. He's going to stop it right now. And if he can get a first down, there's an injury on the field, too. I don't know if that was relevant to that. Or
that's a good point. I didn't see that. That's a North player that's down.
I thought you were right, though. I thought Coach Nalen called a timeout. I could be wrong. We'll see on the board here what they do.
But, again, they're not quite inside of 2 minutes, so this one just may be a free stoppage for North.
Yeah.
If we were on the other side of the 2-minute warning, the Titans would be charged as timeout with an injured player.
I don't think the mindset of Nashua North right now is to stop the clock, so I don't think it's that because I think they're looking to burn this thing out and come out in second half 7-7 and say, hey, we got a new life here. We're improving. We're gaining momentum.
That's Raisin and Andino, one of the senior leaders. He's the center on offense. And Coach Zabolas praised him the other night. In the end, able to walk off under his own power, and we'll keep an eye on things. Bowen over the middle looking for 5-8. It's incomplete. Good coverage by Bolu, and now a 3rd down and 8 facing Bishop Guertin.
Well, you're going to see on the replay here, Nick, this is just hands up high. Look at this offensive line. Try to throw over that. He's got to throw it up high. Didn't have a lot of vision on that cross pattern there because the whole left and right side of the offensive line were tied up with guys standing tall. Not a good look there.
3rd and 7.
Big 3rd down here.
It's a 5-man rush. Bowen out of the pocket, lobs it up off the back foot, and it's incomplete.
Had him defended.
Trying to find Rocco Roy along the sideline. Noble in coverage, so a punt on the way for Bishop Guertin with just over 100 seconds to play until halftime.
And it says there's 3 timeouts that Coach Zabolas has to work with 1:43. I think a lot of this will be heavily weighted on how successful the punt is, Nick. The last punt was incredible. Field position change. I had 60 yards. I don't know what you had on the roll.
62.
62 on the roll, yep.
So Bowen towing his own 25-yard line. He's also the punter. And back deep is Noble inside the 20 for Nashua North. That one kind of hangs up in the sky for a bit.
Yeah, let's see.
Before going out of bounds somewhere in the vicinity of the 40-yard line?
I think that's an incredibly generous spot on behalf of BG right there.
Looks like the 36.
I had that looked to me, Nick, like it was well out of bounds around the early 40s. Wow.
So 36.
Tough thing to do, though, to judge where a ball goes out.
Yeah.
When it's kind of wounded ducky like that one, it's hard to tell. So regardless, I mean, it's pretty darn good field position here for Nashua North with 1:36 left, and Coach Chad has all 3 of his timeouts left.
Going to send his boys out in a pistol look here. 2 receivers short side right. Get a one-on-one here at the bottom of the screen. O'Connor on first down, rolls out, throws out of bounds, incomplete.
Smart.
Not happening there. Good win for BG early. Stops the clock with 1:31 to go, second down.
Yeah, you don't. If when I coached a quarterback, you didn't do that in that play. That was big. That was big problems. Don't take Don't take something into your own hands that isn't there. Stick to the mission. If it isn't open, throw it out of bounds.
Second down and 10. First down stick.
I like
the
this
46-yard line.
Good quarterback.
O'Connor, the former Milford standout, hands off. And it's a run for Bolu. He's close to the 40, but not much. Tripped up by Fabiano, and a third down coming up.
Still, yeah, he's got 3 timeouts. So I understand why they're letting the clock run here. They'll get back into a set, get the play in, get it around 50 seconds, see if they get the first down, and then they still have three stoppages.
Right. Nice
strategy here by Coach Zabolis.
And, of course, you don't want to give BG
absolutely not
much time to work with if you don't pick up the first down.
Burn it.
Got a third down and 6. Little shuffle along the Cardinal defensive line. 4 down linemen. O'Connor again looking over at the sideline. He's got the play. They have just changed it. He looks over his right shoulder again at Coach Zabolis, and now a timeout is going to be called by Nashua North with 45 seconds to go.
Well, probably having his offense get what he was looking for, or the defensive set was not what he wanted for the particular play that he was calling. My guess it was the first, that they just had a problem getting the play in. One thing was interesting last night, Nick, in the game was they had the neon. Coach Pafford had his apprentice there right next to him there, shining in plays with that sign. It was really kind of interesting of how that worked and how they marked the plays, and they all had their they can change up. They can change a wristband at halftime if they want to and have the plays all different. It was kind of interesting to watch all these guys opening up their wristbands there, and that was just a great game in so many areas, folks. Go on our YouTube channel and watch that if you want to watch a good football game while you're hanging around.
Yeah, Portsmouth at Salem.
Yep.
If you was doing well on our channel, hit the subscribe button while you're there as well. Friday Night Lights New Hampshire on YouTube at FNLNH Media. Yes, Salem punched their ticket last night. Nashua South punched their ticket to the quarters as well last night. And Winnicott looked good on their home field against Exeter as they knock off the Blue Hawks.
Winnicott will be facing Bedford.
Yep.
Salem will be facing Memorial.
Yep.
And then the winner of this afternoon's game will be facing South. And
of course it's this time
and out of bounds.
Yeah, untouched all the way before he stepped out of bounds. Where is the question? Around the 45. That again is Uveris, who has looked good in this first half for North.
I can't say enough about this Nashua North offensive coaching team, Nick. It was very clear by the end of the first quarter the game plan they originally started with was not working, and it just takes that real good coaching is be able to adjust on the fly. They've done that, and this offense right now is moving the football, and right now in control. The last 2.5 times they've had it. They almost got down the red. Well, they did get in the red zone before.
Yeah, they missed a field goal from 35 yards out, but did score on their last drive. Deep down the field, O'Connor, leaping grab, incomplete. That's Dolan in on the coverage. The intended target was Sullivan. He almost pulled it down again. But incomplete brings up second down and 10 from the Cardinal 49.
Well, if there's any question whether Brady O'Connor can throw a football, put it away, folks.
Right.
Because that thing was an absolute bomb on the way down the field. I don't think that got more than probably 14 feet off the ground, Nick, all the way, and it was thrown perfectly. Took an incredible defensive play by the cornerback there to foil that. So that's a big defensive play for BG and almost a bigger play there for Nashua North.
Yeah, we've only seen
Brady threw a nice ball.
Well, we haven't seen any turnovers here.
Yeah.
North has played penalty-free in this first half, 2 on the other side against the Cardinals. Uveris, well, that's not Uveris, that was Perry, I believe.
Really surprised that was the call that they made there, Nick, and that. But there's only 21 seconds. I think Coach Zabolis is saying, hey, that was our shot right there. We almost had it. Let's burn the thing out here and go in tied up.
Yeah, loss of 1 there for Perry. Tackle in the backfield made by Faid. And Coach Zabolis is okay with a 7-7 tie at halftime. Nashua North. Well, they were tied at halftime against Bishop Guertin back in October in the regular season.
Yes, they
that
were.
Turned out, though, to be a big win for the Cardinals. They put up 51 in that game.
Only different in that game is Nashua North started strong in the second quarter. You could see them fading in that game, and it never, ever changed. It got worse after that. This is different.
Yeah.
BG comes out with a 7-0 lead, has the feeling they're moving the football at ease. They're defending everything in the deep zones, and what happens? North turns it around on both sides of the football, and they really won the second quarter as far as I'm concerned. So they seem to get stronger as time went on.
So Coach Zabolis feeling pretty good here.
Yes.
His team will kick off to begin the third quarter. Coach Nalen hoping his Cardinals can find that spark on offense that they've had all season long.
Got to go to have a good halftime talk.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. We're going to have a good halftime talk.
Yes.
Coming up in a minute. We'll recap that first half. Stats, highlights, analysis. A busy out-of-town playoff scoreboard to get to. Plus, Concord and Wyndham are in action right now. We'll see if we can get an update there. So a lot to get to coming up at the break. Plus, I believe we're going to have on-field entertainment from the Bishop Guertin Marching Band. So all that and more coming up in just a moment. Halftime here, 7-7. Round 1 coverage of this 2025 NHIAA Football Division I tournament here on Friday Nights, New Hampshire. We're presented by Beals Insurance.
Broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com.
Maybe it's leaning too close to your home. Maybe it's not healthy. Or maybe you just don't like it there. No matter what the reason is, if you need tree work or pruning, call Accurate Tree Service. They have the right equipment and expertise to properly diagnose, treat, or remove trees, no matter how difficult the terrain. Perhaps simple, careful pruning by our certified arborist is all you need to manage your trees and shrubs. When it comes to your tree care, contact the full-service tree care experts today, Accurate Tree Service, because you only get one chance to take a tree down right.
Are you a quarterback who is ready to take your game to the next level? Well, then it's time to join TKQB Academy. Founded by former UNH standout Trevor Knight, TKQB Academy has worked with student athletes from around New England, helping young quarterbacks to reach their full potential. TKQB Academy offers one-on-one and group sessions that will help you instantly improve your accuracy, timing, mechanics, and footwork. So be the best QB you can be at TKQB Academy. Call 603-732-7194 or reach out on Instagram at TKQBA. How can you reach your team's fundraising goals at no risk and no cost? MG Sports offers a variety of products to make your team's fundraiser a success. Their products include discount tickets, cards, and calendar raffles to hundreds of local merchants throughout the New England area. Don't waste another season. Raise more funds than ever before and become another football program in New Hampshire that sets fundraising records every season. MG Sports, fundraising made easy. Visit mgsportsfundraising.com to start raising money for your team today.
Well, halftime here in Nashua, we've got a 7-7 ball game as Nashua North and Bishop Guertin fight for survival. The winner heads to next weekend's quarterfinal round, where Nashua South will face either the Cardinals or the Titans. Nick Anastas, Steve Beals with you. It's preliminary round action. in this 2025 NHIAA Division I football tournament. And again, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel if you have not done so already. Bishop Guertin, they look good initially. Got themselves a stop, got the football, and marched it down nearly 80 yards before they capped it off with an 8-yard touchdown pass from Nate Bowen to Sam Faid. 7-0 BG midway through the first quarter, 7-0 BG after the first quarter. North, though, started getting some wins on defense, Steve, and the football, well, they're able to move that as well. They missed a 35-yard field goal on drive number 3, but on their fourth, they do cash in a 3-yard touchdown run from the backup quarterback, Harrison Yoshi, to make it 7-7. Cardinals set to receive the football, but right now the 12 seed potentially flirting with an upset of the number 5 seed here as Nashua North. They're dangerous as an underdog here this afternoon, even though they're at their own home stadium.
Throughout the week, Nick, I kind of went back and forth on my thoughts about this game, about, what would be, what in your own mind, how would you predict this game end? And as the week went on, and then after last night, I said, having my own 2 sons go to Bishop Guertin, remember how those games were with North then. Nobody ever seemed to care about the record. And you come in here on a Friday night or a Saturday night or a Saturday afternoon, and you just, all the bets are off. And we're kind of seeing that here. It looked to me like when BG first came out that it was, they were just going to start running up the score. And that defense of North just came out and started to shut them down and really started to step up. And great defenses, when they work on your behalf, offenses sometimes take a little time to get rolling. Now, all of a sudden, the offense in the second quarter, the play calling started changing, much more conducive to what BG was giving them underneath. And then it just never stopped there. And the continued growth of Brady O'Connor just really impressed me, Nick. He's doing more things right as he did in the beginning of the game, and it was just progressing. So now you got a halftime. You got the speeches all done. You got the challenging of each other as players, the challenging from the coaching staff. What happens now? These first 2 possessions of both of these teams are going to be very critical to define what happens, I think.
Yeah, a good first half for both quarterbacks, really, as we take a look at some of those unofficial numbers from the first 2 quarters. The Brady O'Connor show was fun to watch. 12 completions for the Nashua North junior, 145 yards unofficially in that first half. And on the other side for BG's Nate Bowen, only 2 completions. One of those, of course, was that 8-yard touchdown pass, but Steve, just 2 completions for 24 yards in the first half for the junior Nate Bowen of Bishop Guertin. He did add 2 rushes.
Say that again?
For 38 yards. Only 2 completions for 24 yards.
That speaks a lot about the defense, Nick. I know there was a couple passes early on, they're throwing a little behind or whatever. That's just going to happen. Get the cobwebs out, but to me, a lot of that was inspired defense played by and good coverage, good breakups. How many breakups did we see on both sides, but especially with Nashua North? What we saw on single coverage, just fabulous defensive work. So,
sophomore Jackson Humphrey stood out for Bishop Guertin with
did.
a team-high 5 tackles in that first half.
You've called his name quite a bit.
Bishop Kearns, he had a sack. Matthew Goldstein had a sack for BG as well. And, of course, a really good effort on offense in that first half from Jedwin Yavaris, the senior running back / safety. He had 3 carries for 24 yards and 3 catches for 39 yards. All right, BG, they are set to get the football. As they look to retake the lead here early in the third quarter. Cardinals in their home greens, they'll work right to left here in quarter number 3. Titans in their road whites will kick from left to right.
Nashua North's got to realize BG's probably going to come out after a Coach Nailen presentation at halftime. They are going to come out firing. If they can control and stop this, Nick, it's going to be a big part of they want to continue that momentum, but they're going to have to stop a very ambitious, aggressive BG offense, I predict, coming out in the second half.
There's the kick. It's end over end. It's down the middle. It's handled by the freshman return man, Jake Bowen.
Nobody there.
To his left. Looks for a block. Breaks a tackle. No, couldn't quite.
Nice recovery.
Yeah, Yoshi brought him down from behind with the jersey.
But real good field position.
Right, a good return. It's going to set up Bishop Guertin 1st and 10 at their own 44. So I'd imagine one of the objectives here in the second half is get the football to Rocco Roy. He's one of the best receivers statewide. The junior held catchless in that first half.
And a candidate for the final, one of the semifinalists in the Ukika.
Right, along with his QB.
Top 10.
Bowen hands off. No, fakes it, then throws it. He's got Dolan.
No.
The catch out of bounds?
Out of bounds.
Incomplete, yep. Feet were out of bounds when he made the catch. Incomplete, 2nd down and 10.
Could a referee be or official be in any better position than he was there? Done a good job today.
Yes.
Yep. They're everywhere where they're supposed to be. And
a veteran crew led by referee Jason Patch.
Only
2 penalties against Bishop Guertin in the first half. 2 for 20. North was penalty free, which of course puts a smile on Coach Zabolis.
Oh, yeah.
We got a 2nd and 10. Looks like press coverage in the slot. They're going to hand off Hudson Schmidt to his left across midfield, close to a 1st down.
Heavy, powerful runner.
That is a 1st down.
Lowers the shoulders and goes right at you.
Pickup of 12. He only had 12 yards on 3 carries.
Good blocking
in
right
that
there.
First half, so he doubles his total as he escapes to his left.
So BG rolling downfield here with a very good return.
Yes.
Put them in good field position, and they're moving the sticks.
They're in Titan territory now, 1st and 10 at the North 44-yard line. They go to the T for the first time. They go up the middle with the run. And they're inside the 40 before it's all said and done. That's Will Adams, the freshman, going to carve out about 7. And Steve, as we know over the years, that's been a part of the Coach Nalen playbook. Spread it out, but then condense it as well. We see that for the first time there.
Speaking of Nalen, this young freshman, Coach Nalen's son, watching him over and over.
It's Vincent Nalen, the
does
freshman.
Not play like a freshman at all. He's going to be something over the next, 3 years beyond the end of this season.
Meanwhile, we got a 3rd down coming up. Or do we?
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Third and inches. 3rd and inches.
Literally inches, yes.
Yep.
Boy, if you're an offensive person, that's what you like. If you're going to call plays, everything's wide open here.
Bowen under center. Had a little
There
bit
it
of
is.
trouble with the snap. Throws it. He's got
love
Adams
the
wide
call.
open. The freshman down the sideline. The freshman Will Adams is into the end zone for a touchdown. A 44-yard hookup. Bowen to Adams, and Bishop Guertin is back out in front.
Just a great offensive call. If you recall, before the ball was snapped, I said it opens the playbook wide open. And you have to defend it. But what North said, we're going to try to pound the run. I don't know, 3rd and inches, I might spread things out to a normal defense. But boy, I'll tell you, if they ever could have called the right play at the right time, Coach Nalen and his staff did right there. So, And it ends up even better than they may have even anticipated.
Just over a minute taken off the clock. They drive it 56 yards. They cap it off with a 34-yard touchdown pass from Bowen to Will Adams. Bowen adds the extra point, and it's 14-7 Cardinals. So there's the response that the BG fans were hoping for.
This is what we were talking. You can tell in the crowd here with BG, there's a little bit of calm effect in that clapping. You can feel it where they're a little relieved they came out and grabbed the lead again. Now let's just see if the Titans can respond. They certainly showed in the second quarter that they had the ability to do that. But that was pretty quick offensive movement into the touchdown rectangle, Nick, and into the end zone. And, the defense is going to have to – but offense right now is going to have to get it done, have a strong drive to tie this thing up, and then extend this game just like we saw last night. But this is a big time for Brady O'Connor to get his offensive group organized and put together a sound drive.
And while Bowen has got the football teed up at the 40-yard line. The junior's going to drive this one, end over end. Short kick, fielded at the 16. This is Noble. Tentatively goes up the middle before he's met with a gang tackle at the 30-yard line.
Good cover there.
Freshman Gavin Harnum in on the stop for Bishop Guertin. Well, Steve, we saw 3 preliminary games last night. You and I were in Salem as the Blue Devils took care of Portsmouth. Winnacunnet got a win on their home field, as did Nashua South. Of course, the Purple Panthers await the winner of this game. That means only one other game in progress right now. It's over in Wyndham, where the Jaguars and Concord are in OT.
Wow.
It's 14-all in overtime.
Wow.
So we'll keep an eye on that one as well.
It just gets better and better every game here.
That game started a little earlier at 12 o'clock noon.
Yep.
Meanwhile, on 1st and 10, Cardinals like to stop there. Chimalecki able to limit Perry to just a 1-yard gain to bring up 2nd and 9.
Just nothing there. Look at that nice stick. I couldn't get the number on that, but
Chimalecki.
boy, that was Chimalecki?
Yep.
Wow.
He's been a big part of the program.
He loaded
and
up there.
One of those chess pieces you can move around as well. DN, linebacker. See here, he's going to go to
versatility.
He's going to go to the top edge here with part of a 4-man front for Bishop Guertin. 2nd down and 9, O'Connor out of the gun. Quick drop, quick throw, catch made. It's Perry, and a tackle immediately by Fayed.
Nice coverage right there by Fayed.
Only a 4-yard catch, and a 3rd down and 6 coming up.
Wow, he did not get a good spot right there. I thought he was up around the 35, but I think some of that is just Fayed just tackled him right on the spot. Didn't gain an inch after the initial tackle. So
1st down stick is at the 41, so it's more like 3rd and 7 here.
Big play.
Hoping to avoid a 3-and-out north. To slow things down, Coach Sabolis may have changed the play.
Yep. Yeah, he's calling it out. He did change the play. Big play here for North.
4-man rush. O'Connor in trouble, and Chimalecki is going to get home.
Boy, he's a good edge rusher, Nick.
Sacked back at the 26-yard line, and a punt likely coming here for the Titans.
They've been working him back and forth on either end, Nick, and he comes right in on the face side, and just nothing that Brady could do right there. That is not this. The last 3 minutes is not what the Titans were looking for, Nick. So they're going to have to put up a real defensive challenge here to BG, and most likely the field position of BG is going to be good.
Yeah, 3rd quarter been kind to the Cardinals. They get the quick score and then the stop. O'Connor fields a wild snap, gets off a good punt though. It's going to bounce in BG territory and roll inside the 40.
Did pretty
before
good job
it goes
there.
Out of bounds at about the 37.
Good
so
punt.
Back on offense. Bowen hooked up with Will Adams. 2 touchdown passes today for Nate Bowen, despite the low yardage total. But the bottom line is BG now with a chance to extend their lead out in front 14-7.
Chimalecki on fire on defense right there. If you watch the handwork and the ability to kind of control and get separation and control every offensive lineman that was trying to get in his way, did a great job maintaining outside contain, but at the same time applying real difficult pressure for Brady O'Connor to attempt to navigate through, and there you go.
Here's a toss. It's Curran. Makes a man miss, lowers the shoulder, and he's close to the 40-yard line after a 3-yard pickup. Sullivan and company on the stop for Nashua North.
Don't want to get too dramatic, Nick, but I believe the next 2 offensive plays by BG are as important as you're going to find any 2 plays together in the game, because momentum is back on BG's side, and if the Titans can control it and get the ball back, the complexion changes. Big 2 plays here.
Schmidt the tail, 2nd down and 7. Fake the toss, they go inside. It's Curran, slashes across the 45 up to the 46. That's close.
Well, that's a generous spot right there.
It's like 3rd and inches coming up.
Yeah. Oh, no, he put it back. Yep. Yeah, good. I thought he was going to put it up there.
Yeah,
I was going to say that's like an extra yard and a half.
Well, now they're moving the sticks.
They're moving the sticks. I can't believe it.
Apparently enough for a 1st down there from Logan Curran.
Didn't look to me, Nick, like he got it, but we'll see here on the replay. But, they just gave him every bit of that extension, and I think that's what it is. Let's see if the knees went down. Yeah, he kept the knees up. So,
Tripped up there by Velasquez.
Yeah, he never put his knees on the ground. So
pitch again. Curran trying to stay hot. Leaves a man in his wake before Noble drags him down inside the 40. That's a 14-yard pickup.
These are impressive. This is BG's looking more like the BG offense we've seen all year, Nick. Just going after it, turning the ball upfield, good blocking up front.
As Noble ultimately had to wrestle him down.
Yep.
Meanwhile, there's a player shaking up for Nashua North. We've got a timeout on the field here with 4.5 minutes gone by. Our broadcast is brought to you by Beals Insurance, locations in Bedford, Londonderry, and Epping. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance gets you the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Visit BealsInsurance.com. Also by MG Sports Fundraising. That's fundraising made easy. MG Sports Fundraising is the official fundraising partner of Friday Night Lights New Hampshire. Visit MGSportsFundraising.com. Start raising money for your team today. By TK QB Academy. Be the best QB that you can be. Call Trevor Knight at 603-732-7194 or reach out on Instagram at TKQBA. By Accurate Tree Service, because you only get one chance to take a tree down right. For a free estimate, log on to AccurateTree.com. And finally, by Jewett Construction, proud sponsor of that excellent trade scholarship program they've got going. Find out more about it on their website at JewettConstruction.com. Nick Anastas, Steve Beals with you. A good sign for Nashua North as Dionis De La Cruz, the junior linebacker, able to walk off the field under his own power. But the Cardinals moving the football here. They've already scored once in this third quarter. They're going to toss it to Will Adams on 1st and 10. He goes straight up the middle, and he's going to grind out another 8 or 9 yards.
Yeah, this is just when your offensive line is dominating, this is what happens in a football game. Time goes off the clock. You're on offense where their offense can't score, and it begins to just wear down the defense to the point where it's very difficult to recover when you have 2 drives like this in a row, Nick.
Tackle by Delgado, who had a sack in that first half for North, but not before. Again, a 9-yard pickup for Adams. That sets up 2nd down and 1. Cardinals approaching the red zone. A high snap. Bowen trying to secure it and is met.
Big play.
And dropped back at the 40-yard line.
Well, this is what you want to stay away from, Nick, if your BG is making mistakes. You're controlling the game in all phases. Defensively, first of all, offensively when you come out, score a touchdown. Then defensively you make a stop. And then offensively, you're rolling down the field again, and that happens. Opens a crack of daylight for the Titans to be able to defensively hold here. This is still only a 1-score game.
Right. Delgado with the sack, his 2nd of the afternoon. And now a 3rd down and 12. First down stick is at the 28. Pump fake. Bowen going deep and incomplete. Well defended there by Sullivan. He may have gotten a couple of fingers on it. Intended for Bowen's younger brother, Jake. Incomplete. Brings up 4th down and 12, and Coach Nayland's going to roll the dice here. He's going to keep the offense on the field. Football kind of in no man's land at the Titan 40.
Well, if I'm reading true, looks like there's been a victor in that game, Nick. I'll wait for you to let me know for sure.
I'm not sure how I feel about you cheating.
I didn't. I was on looking at our broadcast, and I saw.
Ben just spoiled it anyway. Meanwhile, the catch inside. It's Faid for the first down. So 4th and 12. They keep the offense out there, and they get 15 through the air as Faid comes in with his 2nd grab.
What we can say right now, Nick, is what a weekend this is, and still going on here with one game left.
Yep. Again, North and BG here, the final game of this first round. The winner gets Nashua South. They took care of Londonderry in big fashion last night, 44-15.
Really the only game that was really kind of a runaway so far.
All right, 1st and 10 after the 4th down conversion. It's an empty set here. 5 receivers, 3 to the short side right. Bowen against the 4-man rush goes over the middle, or to the left, rather, incomplete. Again in the area of Rocco Roy.
Good pressure by number 71, Kobe Raisinin Andino. And let me tell you, as a defensive tackle, he's a center as well. He just came in on him like a house on fire here.
And Coach Cibola said he was one of those weight room guys.
You can clearly see that.
Yeah, that took the bull by the horns in the offseason.
Yep, and he just completely, moved the base.
All right, back to the
Bowen.
tee here on 2nd down and 10. A condensed defensive line, 5 up front for North. It's a pitch to Curran, and he's tackled from behind by Yavaris.
Yeah, Yavaris did a good job. He came around, completely looped around, got him from the back, but none of that would have happened if it wasn't for the defensive line to stiffen up and stop any kind of a penetration across the line of scrimmage. So
it's a 2-yard gain for Curran.
It's a big play right here. You got third, you're on the 20, so you're looking at a 37, 36-yard field goal if they don't gain any yardage. Big play right here in the game.
3rd and 8. Adams is the back. Bowen takes another high snap, throws it quickly to his left. Catch made by Jake Bowen. He breaks a tackle, and the freshman is inside the 10 for a first down.
Huge play. Huge play in the game right there. Big players do big things at the biggest times, and that's exactly what Bowen does. He's done it for them all year. To me, Nick, it looked like he was going to go down, and then just tremendous athletic ability to stand up and scurry for the first down. He had a sixth sense of where the sticks were, and you can, if you're a BG fan, you can thank that gentleman right there for having a huge impact at a very significant time in this game. The offensive drive keeps going.
That's also the first catch for the youngster Bowen. He's touched the football on the special teams returns, but
yes, he has.
That's his first catch on offense.
But he's been a factor all year.
13 yards on the gain. Meanwhile, Bowen.
Nice tackle.
Yep. Tackled about a yard downfield after a right side run. Spun around by Andino Resident.
Yep.
Now this game tied at 7 at halftime. We're inside of 4 minutes to go, third quarter, and Bishop Guertin is looking for their first 2-score lead of the afternoon. 2nd and goal from the 6-yard line. Long count from Bowen in the gun. Again, the back is Adams. They hand to Adams. He goes up the middle, and Delgado going to drag him down from behind. May have saved the touchdown there.
It wasn't easy, though.
As Adams
hung on.
Picks up 4, and we've got a 3rd and goal from the 2 on the way.
Boy, look at that shot right there. What great camera work right there going through. Boy, we're really proud of our team here. They do a heck of a job.
Cardinals knocking on the door again. Our cameraman Matt Beals in the back of the end zone. Should get a good view of this one.
He's had a lot of action down that side today, Nick.
3rd and goal, toss. Adams cuts it up the middle, and he's into the end zone for the 2nd time this quarter. Touchdown, BG. And now a 2-score lead up on the board at 20-7.
Well, I don't know what Coach Nalen said at halftime, Nick, but right now that offensive line is just coming off in force, and they're just dominating a defensive line that, quite frankly, most of the first half they could not dominate. They only got 7 points in the first half, but they're banged off 13 already, and this extra point goes through. It's 14, and it has been a very, very happy quarter for the BG faithful.
You're right. Whatever Coach Nalen said at halftime, it
It's
certainly
worked.
seemed to resonate. That extra point is up and good, and it's 21-7 Cardinals.
Nothing really fancy here. This is just hard and hit 'em football, Nick, where they're just running over the defensive line right now of the Titans, and
Bowen has looked good in the past
Yes, he
game.
has.
In this third quarter, remember, was held to just 2 completions through the first 2 quarters, but a 34-yard touchdown pass in the third, and then gains of 15 and 13 through the air.
A couple backbreaker moments on this drive, Nick. What was it, was 2nd down, and what was it, like 17, 19, or something like that?
Of course, the big play was 4th and 12.
Well, that's what I mean. But I'm saying at that point, it was like, I think, 2nd or 3rd and 17 with a penalty, or with a sack, and they get first down, and then the second one is Bowen down on the 10-yard line, gets that first down. So give BG a lot of credit. They had to execute, and they did.
Yep.
Multiple times in that drive, and that's what good teams do.
Adams 2 touchdowns in this third quarter at the 34-yard drive and the opening 34-yard touchdown catch on the opening drive of the third quarter, and then he caps off the second possession there with a 2-yard score. So it's 21-7. Got a bouncer here. Noble fields it inside the 15, cuts to his left, gets back to the middle. He's over the 25. There's a flag on the play. He's tackled over the 40. Let's see if it stands.
Yeah, right in where the pack was, Nick. Chances are that's probably a holding call.
It's a push in the back.
Was it?
A block in the back. Either way, it's against Nashua North. And that is the first Titan penalty of the football game. It comes with 2:40 to go in the third quarter. So it's going to spoil a nice return by Noble. And the momentum continuing to stay right now with the Cardinals as this football is backed up inside the 20.
Yeah.
And will be spotted now between the 17 and 18-yard lines.
Well, when you're fighting uphill against a momentum game, Nick, when you have something like that happens, it just adds insult to injury. And you know, the Titans could ill afford to have, you know, that field position happen. They were up around the what yard line before?
About the 40.
About the 40.
Right, now they're at their own 17. O'Connor going to throw a screen over the middle, and there is Perry up to the 30. That's a first down and a gain of 12.
That's the stuff that they're giving him, Nick. This has been going on since the first quarter. Second quarter did a pretty good job there of changing those play calling, and the more stuff they do like that, as we've been talking about all game, that's what BG leaves you. Because on the conventional style stuff, they're just owning you defensively. You have to adjust.
First and 10.
That's what you need him to do right there.
He's going to tuck and run and get wrapped up by Goldstein at about the 35 after a gain of 4.
It looks like a good five to me, but 4.5, whatever. Yeah, it's a good gain nevertheless. And I really would like to see him just continue to driving there. Don't stand up. You never want to do that as a quarterback. Just keep your head up, your shoulders down, and drive through. But Brady did a good job right there. That's what we were talking about in the first half. He's corrected that. Let's see what he can do. They need a score in this drive.
Second down and 6. Instead, it's a bad snap, and O'Connor goes tumbling.
Yeah, these are bad mistakes.
Falls on that
times.
Loose football at about the 24-yard line. That's a loss of nearly 10.
Yep. Execution. When you're down, you've got to execute. And you have to maintain your composure here in these situations. The problem is when the defensive line starts really getting aggressive and you're struggling to – what happens is as a center, you have to snap the ball. But that has to be your first priority. Your guards have got to cover you to make sure that you can – when they're lined up in the A-gap, the guards have got to have you back so you can get a good snap off. And that was costly right there.
Third down and 16 as we enter the final minute, third quarter. Just a three-man rush. O'Connor airs it out, and nearly an over-the-shoulder catch by Noble. But the senior cannot, hang on. So fourth down and long.
That's a heck of
North
a pass.
Again going to have to punt the football deep onto their own end.
Yeah, this is one more situation. O'Connell throws an absolute strike here, but it's a very difficult position for him to turn around and make that catch. That's an awful hard catch to make, but O'Connor has shown me that he can throw the ball and throw it accurately. But
had 12 completions in that first half. Had a 12-yard hookup on that drive, but it sputters out again. 4th and 16. And now the punt from O'Connor is a good one. Handled by Roy at the 41. Changes direction to midfield, lowers the shoulder, and is driven out of bounds by the Titans at about the 48.
Getting a little rough there on the sidelines there. There's a lot of passion between these two teams. It's never going to change. It's always going to be there, and that's what makes it fun. And
some pushing and shoving.
Well, I mean, some good hard tackle right there. And, you as the player carrying the ball, if you're getting tackled hard, you got to expect that, And he gave a little shove back there, and then it got a little bit. But the officials were right in on it. They didn't throw a bunch of flags, let the kids play, nothing flagrant. I'm really impressed the way our officials, what we've seen, Nick, in the last two games here, have just kind of let them play where they should, making the right calls. Meanwhile, just makes it so much more fun.
A timeout has been called here.
Yep.
By Nashua North.
Well, I think Coach DeBolis knows how important this juncture of the game is. He's got to get his guys amped up and let them know this is it, guys. You can't get 3 scores out. It's 21-7. You got a whole quarter to go and another 43 seconds here. If you can hold them and go down and score, then all of a sudden the uphill doesn't look quite as steep, and anything can happen towards the end of the game. But if you keep letting the other team score, Nick, it's not going to matter.
This one's starting to get the feel of the regular season matchup between these two teams.
Good point.
It was a halftime tie in Week 5 at 14 all, and then BG exploded for a 24-point win. They finished with 51 points on the scoreboard. Tonight, 7-7 at half.
You're right.
First 14 of the third quarter has gone to the Cardinals.
And they had a heck of a third quarter of that game, too.
Yes.
If I recall correctly. 1st
and 10. Football at the Titan 47-yard line. And a 4-man front for Nashua North. They go to Schmidt. A little shake and bake, and then he's through the hole down to the 40-yard line.
Well, Coach Nalen uses him in times like these, Nick, where he just really kind of just gets likes to bowl through the A and B gaps, Nick, or the.
Meanwhile, up-tempo offense on 2nd down and 4. Bow into the air. He's got a man. Catch made by Faid at the 29-yard line. He's down to about the 28.
Offensive line got away with a little bit of a shirt tug there on the Titan defender coming in. Yeah, this is good. Yeah, this is what happens when people get frustrated, and you got to maintain your composure, Nick. This game is not over for North by any means. Anything can happen, and you don't want to be taxing the defense and giving something to the opposition in this case.
Okay, let me after this play. I'll run.
Coach Sabolis going to speak with the referee here, Jason Patch, on that far sideline.
I'll lock wide.
As we await the call here. Again, the flag came out way after the play was over.
Yeah, it was. I didn't think it was a face mask, but it may be. They're having a discussion there, so who knows what this is. For a face mask, usually those are called right away.
Right.
But if it was.
Here's our referee, Jason Patch.
Yeah. Against North, we know that.
All right, so they're going to march this one all the way down to the 11-yard line.
Yeah, this is not going the right way for North here.
What was that, a personal foul?
Yeah, I'm assuming so.
15-yard penalty, North. Second infraction on the drive.
And we're a little stymied up here of what that was as a penalty. I don't think anybody up here really knows. I didn't see an official call
I think it was a dead ball foul.
Dead ball foul,
yeah.
Okay.
So a 15-yard penalty,
okay.
And that will bring us to the end of the third quarter. That frame belonged to Bishop Guertin as they lead by 14, and they're knocking on the door inside the red zone when we come back. Can North turn it around, or do the Cardinals cruise to round number 2? We find out next. You are watching our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance.
Broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com.
Start of the fourth quarter. The momentum with Bishop Guertin as the Cardinals set up shop with a toss. That ball is loose, and North may have just recovered it.
That's what they needed, Nick. They needed a shot in the arm here of oxygen, and that could, if they...
That's the game's first turnover.
Yeah, and it's a big one, really.
It's really a life preserver for Nashua North. The game was tied at 7 at halftime. BG, 2 third-quarter touchdowns, both scored by the freshman Will Adams. But here, that play looked doomed from the get-go, from the snap. As we get another look at it, Bowen stumbles on his way to the ground. The toss comes out early as a result. And then Johnny on the spot for Nashua North is Luveris.
Well,
who's been outstanding today on both sides. Now O'Connor back to work. The QB scrambles, throws, got a man.
Nice work.
Catch made. That's Sullivan, his third grab, and he's out to the 31-yard line.
That's a nice rollout right there. He see the command that he had with the receiver core. He knew with the spot where he wanted him, and he was calling him to a spot. And I thought he was going to tuck and run there for a second, but he had him dialed in the whole time. Brady has got some skills, and he's a 2027, so he's coming back next year.
Right.
And that bodes well for the Titans.
On first
nice
and
move
10.
in the pocket.
O'Connor throws it away. We'll spike that one incomplete to bring up a second down and 10. Yeah, O'Connor, former Milford standout, 11 touchdown passes during the regular season. Had 12 completions in the first half this afternoon.
Well, another flag just went up. Somebody's saying something about something. I don't understand what's going on. I mean, if it's the Titans, I don't get it because they're in this football game with that fumble, Nick.
Coach Zabolis upset.
That was Jason Patch who threw it. So
right.
Something triggered him there to throw a flag, and it's got to be a personal foul. I mean, I would assume. Now they're sorting something out.
The game has taken a different direction than what we saw for the majority of the afternoon. Only 2 penalties total in that first
He's picking
half.
it up now. Okay.
Now Patch going to pick up the flag, and we're going to pretend like nothing happened here. Second down and 10 on the way.
Well,
but to your point, Steve, 2 penalties against BG in the first half, and then 2 in the tail end of the third quarter against North. Nearly a third one there, but again, the flag is picked up.
Yep.
All right, so second down and 10.
Titans have got to settle down here and fire it up because they are not out of this game.
Trailing 21-7, they dial up another deep shot, and
what a
this
catch.
one is caught.
He's out of bounds, though.
Was he out of bounds? Yes, he was. Side judge says out of bounds and thus incomplete. Heck of an effort, though, by Sullivan, the intended target.
Nice hustle by her. She was right there, Nick. And I'll tell you, when the other side of the field, an official, sort of dramatically shows us what's going on, I really appreciate that. And she let us know right off. Good call,
no
good
doubt
positioning.
About it. As we get the replay there, well out of bounds, covered by Dolan. Right idea, but ran out of real estate. 3rd and 10, meanwhile, facing North. First minute, fourth quarter, 21-7 is the Bishop Guertin lead. Titans looking to become the only road team in this first round to win. As we saw Wyndham survive earlier today in overtime, they knock out Concord 20-14.
That was way further out of bounds than what I thought when I started the replay. I thought it was closer than that.
3rd and 10. O'Connor under pressure, and that one incomplete in the flat. Curran on the coverage, timed it perfectly to deny Noble the catch, and now a 4th and 10.
Well, these defensive backfield by BG is superb, Nick, and overall they've played tremendous. And they've been giving up the stuff underneath, no question, but now they're starting to attack that short pass now a little bit, and then they're running their deep, their safety in their corners way back. They're bringing linebackers over into some coverage as well to cover the short stuff, and you could see the hit right there. So, to me, rolling Brady out seems to be the best way to force movement from the defense and maybe find somebody open. But Brady running the ball is effective, and he's passing it, and he's done a great job showing discipline when there's no opportunity throwing the ball out after he tries to extend plays. So, but just give the BG defense right there some credit. That was great coverage on all fronts.
Meanwhile, timeout, Nashua North. Coach Sabolis left with just 1 TO remaining.
Yeah.
And I've got a feeling, Steve, despite the tough field position here at their own 33, that they're going to go for it here on 4th and 10.
I mean, you're down 2 scores with 11:09. You're probably not going to stop BG from moving the sticks. Doesn't mean you can't stop them from scoring, but they're going to take some time when they get the offensive opportunities, and you've got to give the ball to them twice in order to tie it anyway if you score. So I think Coach Sabolis is making a calculated decision that's a good one, that he needs to maintain possession here. Otherwise, he runs into real problems later on. You can't count on a bunch of fumbles and interceptions You have to play what's in front of you. And I think this is a good move. What's interesting, though, is that it's 4th and 10. And I wonder how BG's going to set up their coverage here. Looks to me like
they've got two deep
safeties. Well, they got a screw down on the top side, and they got a playing soft here on the right. So we'll see what happens. Oh, they're going to move him out that way.
O'Connor rolls, throws, and it's incomplete.
Not going to happen. Good defense, Nick.
Trying to find the tight end down the field, but the timing not quite right. Cardinals, they get a win. And they're going to take over here in Titan territory at the 33-yard line.
That's just a great defensive coverage, Nick. There was literally nothing there. And the other problem is he rolled out on his weak side, and there was pressure. And if there's one thing that we've seen BG in the third quarter ever since the second half is constant pressure on Brady O'Connell.
Yep.
Connor.
They've gotten home 3 times tonight as well. 3
See,
sacks.
watch here. He's got pressure right there coming right at him, so he didn't have the opportunity to tuck it and run. So
win for the Cardinals. They take over.
Had an opportunity there with a turnover.
Now a blitz by the Titans. A deep throw by Bowen, and Roy elevates and makes the catch at the 6-yard line. A gain of 27. Got the position on the defender. And that's the first catch tonight by the junior Rocco Roy.
Yep.
And again, a big play of 27 through the air is going to set up a first down and goal. Times the jump perfectly.
That's good. If they go in here, that's really going to be an uphill battle here for North to overcome. A little bit of a change in set here.
Going to shift to the right.
Yep.
Handoff. Curran follows the lead blocker inside the 5.
Hit a wall there.
Yep. Driven down at about the 3-yard line by Bailu and company.
Well, I'm going to tell you, I was really hoping that maybe a Saturday night game is possible. You never know how things stack up. And be awesome if they had a Friday and a Saturday night game. So I don't know how all that works, but hopefully somebody will move their game to Saturday. I don't know.
2 minutes in, fourth quarter. Second down and goal from the 2.
I know we'd love to cover.
Bowen fakes the handoff, or did he? No, he did hand it off. It's Adams for the hat trick. Third touchdown, all in the second half, by the way, for Will Adams. This one from 2 yards out, and BG flexing their muscles. It's now 27-7.
Well, BG, I would say more than won the third quarter. They dominated the third quarter, and that's even withstanding a turnover. And if you're a BG fan, you really like what you've seen here to come out and respond.
They're going to go for 2.
Yes, they are.
Trying to go up 22 if they can convert. Bowen, handoff. Faid cuts it up, hit near the goal line, and on second effort, he's in for the 2-point try. So Sam Faid had the initial touchdown for BG back in the first quarter. It's a 2-point rush to make it 29-7.
Why do you think Coach Nealon did that? Test market it, get a little experience, or just try to go up?
Yeah, I mean, it's a good. There's always a good opportunity to practice some of your stuff.
That's what I think it is.
And with a three touchdown cushion.
Right. Now's the time to do it.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Of course, Nashua South will get the winner. If it is the Purple Panthers and the Cardinals, that's a rematch.
Wow.
Of a game that was won by Nashua South back in October.
And we know that game will be right here at some point.
Yeah, Stello Stadium will host either way. And again, South will technically be the home team next week.
And that's assuming BG wins here.
Right.
Wyndham, we know, will be going to Pinkerton.
Correct.
And we know Winnicott will be going to Bedford.
Meanwhile, in Division II, we have some scores to get to as well.
Wow.
Just a 1-point game in Pelham between the Pythons and the Blue Knights. Stay tuned after the game for more scores. Up the middle, big hit. Yeah. Big hit. Jackson Troy, the junior, laying the wood. Special teams tackle stops the Titans return man Guevara short of the 20-yard line, so it's first down and 10 coming up at the 19.
So if BG is victorious, it'll be a BG South game. If for some reason there's a miracle here and Titans pull it out, it'd be the Titans against, not Memorial, against South. And we know that Wyndham will go to Pinkerton. We know that Winnicott will go to Bedford. And we know that Salem will take on Memorial at Memorial Stadium.
Yep.
Quite a quarterfinals coming up next week.
All chalk so far. Meanwhile, Sullivan tackled inbounds after a short catch. He may have lost a yard there. They're going to mark him at the line of scrimmage, no gain. Fayed another tackle. He's starting to pile them up for BG. And they did gain a yard, I suppose. So Sullivan with his fourth catch. He's up to 45 yards on the afternoon, unofficially. 2.5 gone by, fourth quarter, 29-7 is the BG lead. O'Connor sacked again by Chmielewski. Second sack for the senior.
What an afternoon he's had.
And he's going to jog off the field here, Steve. A little limp in his step. May have landed awkwardly after that sack, but hopefully he's back on the field sooner rather than later.
Acting.
He's grabbing that right ankle.
He's grabbing the right calf is what, or ankle, Dick. You're right. Must have twisted it on the takedown.
Cardinal medical staff taking a look.
Yep.
Meanwhile, North taking their time here for an upcoming 3rd down and 20 after the sack. O'Connor in the gun facing just a 3-man rush. Out of his own end zone, lets it fly down the sideline, and this one intercepted by Feliciano? No. Did he hang on? The officials say yes. Interception. Jonah Feliciano.
Well, watch this. It looks to me like the receiver's forced out of bounds, and that's just all turning back in measurement. I'm not sure he didn't go out of bounds and come back in, Nick, but it's not going to matter. May get a better look here.
Intended for Perry.
Yeah, it looks like he was in bounds after all. So
heck of a play.
Heck of a defensive coverage play right there, and great concentration to be able to snag that football.
First takeaway by the Cardinal defense sets up another short porch here. 1st and 10 from the 28.
Yep.
Nearly 4 minutes gone by in the fourth quarter. The Cardinals really looking to put this one to bed. Handoff Will Adams, and look at the freshman lower the shoulder. Going to pick up 2, maybe 3 after the initial hit. He's down to the 26. All in all, a 3-yard pickup. Well, this was a 7-7 game at halftime. Seems like a long time ago now. Cardinals came out to begin the third quarter and wasted little time, just over a minute before Will Adams caught a 34-yard touchdown pass from Bowen. Next two drive, Adams finishes those off with 2 2-yard scores and a 2-point conversion by Sam Fayed makes this thing 29-7.
Nice inside run there.
Is that the freshman, Gavin Harnum?
Yes.
It is. Freshman QB in the game here with a big lead for BG.
Why in the world would you take any chance on an injury, especially if you got faith in him that he can run that, he can manage that running game and really get behind that offensive line. But I don't see any reason why I wouldn't take Bowen off the field at this point. If you're going to go against North next week, you're going to need every single player healthy.
5 minutes gone, fourth quarter. And we're seeing some of the backups for Bishop Guertin across the board here. Kevin Isidorio is in. Isidorio gets the handoff. He's going to lower the shoulder down to the 15. The pile is pushed down to the 14.
Most importantly, moving the sticks.
Right.
Getting another fresh set of downs with 6:44.
5-yard gain for Isidorio. So again, next week, Nashua South will technically be the home team here. And if indeed it is the Cardinals on the other side. That's a rematch from earlier this season back in week number 6. Tight one there, 28-24 Panthers. Here's a throw, left side from Harnham.
Not
incomplete.
a bad throw there.
Not at all. Trying
Wow.
to find Cam Folds, the junior.
Not a tall quarterback, but boy, that's a nice job for a freshman. Look at that throw right there. Wow, that was impressive.
Listed at 5'10".
Yep.
And nearly pulled in by Folds.
Really liked his technique. He had good form when he threw that ball and threw it exactly where it needed to be. So,
approaching the midway point, fourth quarter.
Every little bit of playoff experience that a young quarterback can get, no matter what time of the game it is a good thing.
Right. It's a design run, and that goes nowhere.
Yep.
Yavaris with a sack back at the 21-yard line. So if this is indeed the final game for Yavaris, he's leaving it all out on the field.
Oh, yeah.
A fumble recovery, a sack defensively, 3 catches, 3 rushes on offense.
Yep, absolutely.
Meanwhile, 3rd and long, 3rd and 18 after the sack as we cross the midway point, fourth quarter. Again, they're going to go 3 wide, and we're going to get a timeout first. As Coach Nalen stops the clock with 5:38 remaining, first charged timeout by Bishop Guertin.
Don't really understand a timeout being called there, but, he may have not seen something he liked on the defense. Maybe they were having trouble getting the play in. You never know. But
plus, some of those guys in the huddle need a little more coaching here as well.
It might be that, and he's just substituted 2 players, so
right.
that could be it as well. And Coach Nalen is smart to do that. You give him an opportunity. We're in, 5:38 right now. You're up by 3 scores. And this is an opportunity that these kids as freshmen and sophomores or juniors that he's putting in the game that he's expecting to come back and be contributors, get them in the game, because just getting the rust off or getting the experience, really, of getting into some playoff competition no matter when is always beneficial later on, so it doesn't feel like when you really need them, they're going in for the first time. So I think that's a smart move, and he has replaced quite a few players here.
There's another tailback in. That's the defensive star, sophomore Jackson Humphrey. He's got a team-high 6 tackles, and now he's in the backfield for the upcoming 3rd and 18. Quick throw over the middle and a catch by the tight end. And frankly, that's Xavier Johnson on the catch. And that brings BG back to the original line of scrimmage. So 4th down and 10, football at the 19. Looks like a 36-yard attempt coming up here for Bowen.
Yep, good opportunity here to work this into the game as well. Get some live time as far as kicking a game is concerned.
Yeah. Kick up from Bowen, plenty of leg.
Look good.
Up and good. 32-7 as this big second half continues here for Bishop Guertin.
Yep.
So Xavier Johnson with a 8-yard catch. And that sets up the makeable field goal for Bowen of 36 yards.
Well, we had a game here going in a tie score at halftime, but it's been all BG coming out from the first kickoff, defensively and offensively. Special teams for BG has been very solid as well. They've got good production off of their punts.
Meanwhile,
but some South players here
I was about
watching
to say,
the game, and they're going to be heading out now.
They've seen enough. They'll get set to prepare tomorrow, I'd imagine, for Bishop Guertin.
Yeah.
All right. Just inside of 5 minutes to go, fourth quarter. Cardinals' lead has grown to 32-7, 25 unanswered points since halftime.
That's saying something.
Noble Across the 15 up to the 20, breaks a tackle at the 25 before he's stopped again by Humphrey at the 28-yard line.
Chimalecki is going back in the game. I'm surprised because he was kind of down, kind of massaging that ankle for quite a bit of time there. The staff was looking at it.
Yeah, it looks like it's still the starting defense here for BG.
Yeah, trying to give his backup offense here some reps.
There go the South players. Wonder if Coach Porter is here. I would imagine so.
Or watching Friday Night Lights.
Yeah, that could be possible. All right, O'Connor's still in the game. And facing a first down and 10 from his own 28. He's going to come out of the pistol here. Wingback left, 2 receivers left. Handoff Perry, and he's hunted down from behind. That's Kearns in there on the stop. And a short gain there on the carry by Perry. Still a 1-yard gain.
Well, how about Concord taking Wyndham all the way to overtime, Nick?
Yeah.
Wyndham pulls it out in the end, but
they had the Crimson had a 14-0 lead.
I know. Coach Corcoran did a good job with that crew this year. And
Jaguars come back, and they force OT, and they get it done. They'll take on Pinkerton next week. New ball carrier on a right side run. Not going to find room on the edge. And again, a good gang tackle. Feliciano leading the charge.
So look on our
first carry for Jake Homsey, the senior.
Look on our YouTube station. Obviously, we'll be choosing for certain a Friday night game, and kind of figure that one out Monday. Should have that on by Monday night, first thing Tuesday morning, and then if for some reason the game's moved to Saturday, we'll be covering that as well.
Right.
So we'll see what happens.
We're actually hoping that that's the case, so we can bring you another doubleheader. Meanwhile, it's Yoshi back in the game. He scored North's lone touchdown late in the second quarter. 2 carries in that first half for 4 yards. Here he is. And he may have caused BG to jump there with the cadence. Comes with just over 3 minutes to go in regulation. And indeed, it is encroachment against the Cardinals. That's the first second half penalty against the Cardinals. They have just 3 total on the day, 3 for 25. And North on the other side, 2 for 25. So that makes it a little more manageable here for the Titans. 3rd down and 5 as opposed to 3rd and 10. All right. Clock going to tick now.
Jason just turned it on. Back on,
inside of 3 minutes. Reminder after the game, stats, highlights, analysis, recap. All coming your way after the game. And off left side, and again it's Homsey hunted down. Fabiano, Paveglio. Pick a number. But Feliciano's having a game, Steve. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tackles, a sack, and an interception.
Yeah, and there's also, on top of all that, is the stuff that he's done in between. He's been a factor as a supporter as well on other people's tackles, and has done a great job.
Right.
He's been a standout today, Nick. No question about it.
4th down.
I was just watching the speed of number 29. Adam Paveglio, and boy, he looks solid on the edge as well.
He's got a sack to his credit today. And good size for that senior defensive end, 6'4", 215.
Yeah, that's kind of what you're looking for.
Inside of 2 minutes here. O'Connor is back on to field the punt. He's standing at his own 18-yard line. And I believe that's Dolan. It is back deep for the Cardinals at the 30. Kick from O'Connor is high, end over end, lands near midfield. And it's down at the Cardinal 48-yard line. Final 99 seconds here. So next week, it'll be Nashua South and Bishop Guertin. Two shortlist contenders in that 4-5 matchup. A very juicy quarterfinal in store here from Stello Stadium.
Winnicott with a very impressive win last night, coming through there in the end with a 20 or 21 point victory over what I consider a solid Exeter team. That sort of differential in a rivalry type environment between those two, to have that kind of margin really speaks loudly to Coach Frank Core's group there. They've done a great job with those guys, and you wonder how that sets up against Bedford, but Bedford is a powerhouse program that is lost to no one. But those two teams have never played each other. Actually, no, that's not true. They did play each other, and Bedford won, correct?
No, I don't
No,
think
they didn't. I'm thinking of Exeter. They played Exeter and beat Exeter.
Yes.
And when you look at the margin, both teams beat Exeter by pretty wide margin. So that game's intriguing. Bedford's going to be awful hard to topple, though, especially in Bulldog Stadium.
Top-seeded Bedford, weekend off. Again, they'll face Winnicott as the 8th seed. It's all chalk so far. 1 versus 8 is Winnicott at Bedford. 2 against 7 is Salem at Memorial. The 3-6 game is now Wyndham at Pinkerton, and the 4-5, as we said, is going to be Nashua South against Bishop Guertin.
So I think, Nick, the best preliminary week in the last few years that I've seen. This has been this game in Londonderry were pretty good sized margins, but at least for the first 2.5 quarters of this game, pretty competitive. And BG just pulled away here, but
blew it open in the second half with 25 unanswered points. 3 straight knees is going to bring us to the end of the contest. Bishop Guertin, strong second half under that man, Anthony Nayland. 32-7 is the final. Recap, stats, highlights, analysis on the other side. You are watching our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance.
Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com.
Maybe it's leaning too close to your home. Maybe it's not healthy. Or maybe you just don't like it there. No matter what the reason is, if you need tree work or pruning, call Accurate Tree Service. They have the right equipment and expertise to properly diagnose, treat, or remove trees, no matter how difficult the terrain. Perhaps simple, careful pruning by our certified arborist is all you need to manage your trees and shrubs. When it comes to your tree care, contact the full-service tree care experts today. Accurate Tree Service, because you only get one chance to take a tree down right.
Are you a quarterback who is ready to take your game to the next level? Well, then it's time to join TKQB Academy. Founded by former UNH standout Trevor Knight, TKQB Academy has worked with student athletes from around New England, helping young quarterbacks to reach their full potential. TKQB Academy offers one-on-one and group sessions that will help you instantly improve your accuracy, timing, mechanics, and footwork. So be the best QB you can be at TKQB Academy. Call 603-732-7194 or reach out on Instagram at TKQBA. How can you reach your team's fundraising goals at no risk and no cost? MG Sports offers a variety of products to make your team's fundraiser a success. Their products include discount tickets, cards, and calendar raffles to hundreds of local merchants throughout the New England area. Don't waste another season. Raise more funds than ever before and become another football program in New Hampshire that sets fundraising records every season. MG Sports, fundraising made easy. Visit mgsportsfundraising.com to start raising money for your team today.
Well, it was a tale of two halves here in Nashua. 7-7 ball game at the break, and then all BG after that as the Cardinals win it going away 32-7. Nick Anastas, Steve Beals with you. BG got on the board first. Nate Bowen to Sam Faid, 7-0 in that first quarter. And then the Titans gradually get better on both sides of the ball in that second quarter. Cashed in on the Harrison Yoshi touchdown run of 3 yards, 7-7 at the break. But then the Cardinals basically flipped a switch. Bowen to the freshman Will Adams put BG back in front, 34-yard hookup through the air, just the first minute of the third quarter. They get the football back. They pound it again with Adams, a 2-yard score. It's 21-7 after 3. The Titan defense did recover a fumble there, keeping hope alive early in the fourth quarter, but again, the offense not able to move the ball. That set up 10 more BG points. Adams, another touchdown, 3 scores for the freshman today, and then Bowen connected on a 36-yard field goal to add another 3 with inside of 5 minutes to go. All in all, 25 unanswered points, Steve, in a big second half for Bishop Guertin. The difference, 32-7 the final.
Too much for the Titans to handle, Nick, for too long. I mean, it was I thought in the first quarter the offensive program that they had designed fell right into BG's strengths, and they did adjust that in about 2/3 of the way through the first quarter, and then look at what the Titans were able to accomplish. And I think if they're going to look back, that's what they got to look as Titan football. But what happened in this game was, I think you had a nice phrase there, BG pounded it. They just pounded it. I mean, it wasn't really a big passing attack of any. It was just running the football, old-fashioned, blocking and tackling and such. And just the third quarter clearly showed where BG is on as it where North is. But there's some good things that North can take away from it. And this wasn't the year that they were going to beat the BG Cardinals and 32-7 score you have. On the BG side, the good thing is you took good care of you took care of an opponent that has in the past been able to give you fits, even though you may have been heavily favored, and you've lost your fair share against this team too. And they got the job done today. However, if you're going to play a Nashua South next week, you better not come out with some lulls in the game where you're not necessarily fired up all 48 minutes. Because if they do, they're not going to come out on top because Nashua South is a powerhouse of a football team. BG comes out and plays like they did in the third quarter, we're going to have a heck of a game there. Yeah. And it's going to be right here next week, either Friday or Saturday, probably Friday. So overall, a terrific weekend, and BG's got a lot that they can look at on film and be happy about. But I think the number one thing they need to do right now is take what Coach Nayland gave them at halftime, and they got to continue it, not just the last 2 quarters, but the next 4 after that.
Yeah. Other scores, as we said, only one other Division I preliminary round game today. That was an overtime affair, won by Wyndham, as the Jaguars come back to down Concord 20-14. In Division II, Plymouth with a 14-0 lead at halftime over Kingswood. So the Kingswood
It's about what I expected.
Hanging around.
Kingswood's still a good program.
And my Manchester West.
How about that, huh?
Hanging around. 7-6 in the fourth quarter. Pelham with a 1-point lead in Pelham.
That's something else.
A defensive grudge match there. Got a couple of D3 scores. Might as well get to those as well. Interlakes, they beat Campbell in a big upset. Tom King broke that to us up here earlier. 19-16 the final there. Congratulations to Interlakes.
It's a big win for them.
With the win over Campbell. Guilford smoked Epping Newmarket 35-0. That's a final. And at halftime out west, Monadnock leads Somersworth 14-8. Want to thank Ryan Brown and his staff here at Bishop Guertin, rolling out the red carpet, and all the folks here on the ground at Stello Stadium who made this easy for us. We appreciate that. Of course, our sponsors as well, Beals Insurance, MG Sports Fundraising, Accurate Tree Service, Jewett Construction, and TKQB Academy. Our crew here on the ground, Matt Beals, John Barron down on the field, Kristen Beals up on the roof, and, of course, the whole thing orchestrated flawlessly by the man behind the curtain, the wizard of replay, our director, Ben Beals, back in the Beals Insurance Studios. Reminder, Thursday, we're back on with another FNL Gridiron show. Comes your way at 5:30 Eastern Time. Do not miss it. It's a perfect way to get yourself ready for another weekend of playoff football. For Steve Beals, I'm Nick Anastas saying so long. Final score, final time. Bishop Guertin 32, Nashua North 7. This has been a presentation of our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance.